Papa, you don't overwork, oh. Today, time you don't come, oh. First say you go rest, oh, Papa. Papa, you don't overwork, oh. Today, time you don't come, oh. First say you go rest, oh, Papa. Après le travail, c'est la retraite. Prends ta retraite. Go, papi, tu es fatigué. 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 Papa, tu es fatigué. Pardon, va te reposer. 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 Papa, wasita somebody na. Le bâtonnier
a créé ta belle mouna.
Pour le fédéralisme. Pourquoi le fédéralisme vous fait peur? Le Nigeria est un état fédéral. Le Canada aussi est un état fédéral. Pourquoi avez-vous peur du fédéralisme? Anglophone, them say they want a federal state like the Canada. Papa, oh, tu es fatigué, oh. Papa, oh, tu es fatigué. Pardon, va te reposer. Grand papi, tu es fatigué. Pardon, va te reposer. Grand père, tu es fatigué, oh. Wamene, no mama, où c'est bon. Wasita, somebody night. Wasita, somebody now. Comme ça, on chauffe de l'eau, on chauffe du thé, et on te masse le corps. On te fait du bon bouillon du poisson, papa. Repose-toi. Tu as beaucoup travaillé, papa. Nous allons pas la relève. Le travail que tu as commencé, nous on va continuer. Le travail que tu as commencé, nous on va continuer. La route que tu as commencé, oh, nous on va continuer. Le pays que tu as commencé à développer, nous on va continuer. La jeune fille que tu venais d'épouser là-haut, nous on va l'ambiancer. La jolie madame que tu venais d'épouser là, oh mon frère, on va l'angoisser, oh. Les grandes ambitions que tu as commencées, nous allons continuer. Papa, prends ta retraite, oh. Prendre ta retraite n'est pas une fatalité. Toi-même tu l'avais dit. Francophone, 2 fois président, passant le pouvoir à un anglophone. Ne soyez pas égoïste, ne soyez pas avare. Oh, papi, tu es fatigué, oh. Papa, tu es fatigué, pardon, va te reposer. 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 Papa, wasita, somebody na. Le bâtonnier
Quelle ta belle mouna?
piqué from Bengoui, président. Le gars de Foyaba.
Bonsoir mesdames, bonsoir messieurs, bienvenue dans ce Facebook Live de Sandy en compagnie de nos frères de l'autre côté de la rivière du Mungo. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to this program on General Sandy's Facebook page. And today we are hosting a show with our brothers and sisters from the other side of the Mungo. On the studio right now with me, I have Kingsley, and Kingsley will start the show. Other fighters will come and join us as they make themselves available. So just to confirm who will be on the show today. So we have Kingsley, who's already with us. And later on, we will have Don Pacho and Jojo. And if we are lucky enough, we will have the lady herself, Barrister Nalova. Kingsley, good evening.
Good evening, General Sandy Boston.
How are you today?
We thank God for His grace and mercy. I'm doing good.
Beautiful. So just to make it clear to everyone, this project has been initiated and conducted through and through, of course, with my little collaboration, but this is an initiative from people from Ambazonian who have an important message to send to us today. Hence, we have Kingsley, who took of his precious time on his way to work to speak to us this evening. So, Kingsley, my first and foremost, can you introduce yourself to the people who are watching us?
Yes, General Sandy Boston, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I am Kingsley, a Southern Cameroon Activist Forum member. I am one of the panelists assigned by our forum, the Southern Cameroon Activist Forum, and we're going to have other panelists such as Jojo, and then Don Pacho will be joining later on.
Superb. So today we are going to talk. We will talk just a little bit about how this senseless war began. But as everyone can see, the aim of the show, the title of the show is to discuss what we need to do to stop this senseless war. What are the perspectives? So we are most of our time tonight been talking about possible solutions towards the end of the war. And as you know, for me and for most people, my opinion on that is very clear, is that La République cannot win this war. Whether they make it last 1 century or not, they are losing it. Now, could you please quickly remind everyone who is watching us, and at the moment we just started, we have 158 people watching us, how we came to be in this messy, sticky situation?
Yes, looking backward, Sandy, yeah, we shall see that 2016, when lawyers, teachers made simple revendication, they were bullied by the government. They even sent huge sum of money to bribe Patasan Wilfred, Agbon Congo, just to name the few. Simple revendication that the government will have listened and work on. They decided to use the army, since that is what they are used to, intimidating and bullying. That is where we are today. They thought using the army was going to shut us, to quench us, to instill fear to us. That didn't work. Besides, the government supposed to know that they didn't capture Southern Cameroonians. Before Southern Cameroonians left the parliament in Enugu, in Nigeria, we decided to join them without a gun. So it is very deploring when a child tells you that I'm sick. Instead of you listening to the child, you turn up
and start beating him up.
Beating the child.
Yeah.
What do you expect from this child? You're going to radicalize this child someday. And this is what has happened to some of us today.
Absolutely. And you are so right, because we all, although I must admit that on our side, we didn't see the beginning of that, or we thought, as everyone, that there would be a peaceful end to that repression. Little did we know how determined, how strong, how proud the people of Ambazonia are. Because today I am proud to say, yes, there is no longer Northwest and Sudwest. It is Ambazonia. Because it's the idea people have been fighting and dying for. And we have come to a non-returning point where there has been so many people who have died that it's no longer possible to ignore the present situation. Kingsley, I'm going to ask you a question that is a little bit on the personal side. Could you tell me a little bit about your family back home, how they are living the current situation? What is the feeling among people? Do they see a positive end to this useless war that is been raging on them? What are the stories?
Sandy, the stories are not glitzy. The stories are not good. Our people have fled from their comfort zone. Initially, Southern Cameroonians are self-sufficient people. Regardless to all the hardship, the difficulties that La République has rendered our people. But our parents, with the little that they had, could feed their families. When the military came, 2017, I can still remember, Sandy, 2017, when university students started protesting. Instead of listening to them, they sent the bees, the gendarmes. They even went and raped a girl.
I remember that very well.
A girl in Boya. When I saw these are the things that actually brought me into the revolution. When I saw this girl cried, she narrated her story. She said all kinds of things, the things that the bees did to her, how the bees raped her. I was left with no option than to become part of the voice of the voiceless in this revolution. We needed to tell the world what is happening in our land. Look at today in Douala, Sandy. Most of the young girls in our land, they are doing prostitution in Douala, in Yaoundé, in Bafoussam. Some of them have gone all the way to Kribi. All of us, we receive all kinds of emails, all kinds of messages, people seeking for help. And we are very proud to help our people. We are doing that. And for our people back home, they are ready to fight this fight till the last man standing. The narrative the government is giving that it is just a handful of people. I am very happy to quote Cardinal Toumi, who said, right now, even this black leg called Dr. Munzu, he said of recent in one of the media that we were reading that 99% of Southern Cameroonians, if you open a referendum right now, 99% will vote to go out of this kumkum of a government of being Vondo. So that is where you see that is where you see we have gone. That is how far you've seen we have gone into this revolution. Our people are very determined, and that is why it is all the monies you see being raised. Some of them keep saying that it is from the diaspora. No. Sandy Boston, all the money is not being raised from the diaspora. The money is raised also back there in Ground Zero. And I will also tell you that even people from Biar government, they will fund this Ambazonian war because it is a noble thing to do. They will fund this war. And that time is coming whereby this war will not just end in Ambazonia. We are going to extend this war because I can't understand, Sandy Boston. For close to 5 years, our people have been dehumanized. Our people have been raped. Old and young have lost sleep. But people of La République, they find themselves happy, drinking, doing all kinds of, being indifferent in this war. I have never seen a kind of callous people. I am not so proud to even identify myself again with some people of La République. When I see people like Bandakani, people like Professor Musanga, people, some of those stupid CPDM idiots, they come on TV, they spew innuendos. You want one of your panel, one of your La République, one guy of La République in Vision 4. I can quote him. He said to them, "Who are you to attack les Ambazoniens, les terroristes?" That was Dieudonné Somba. He was asking, even Colonel Colonel Didier was there in that panel. He said, "Vous êtes qui pour déterminer que les Ambazoniens sont les terroristes?"
Yeah.
We are not terrorists.
Besides, the United States, where some of the fighters of the ideologies live, have never ever put lawsuits on them on the grounds of terrorism, because everyone recognized that the people of Ambazonia were violated on their own grounds.
On all aspects, we were violated. On all aspects, we were maimed. On all aspects. In short, look at the institution. We Southern Cameroonians used to have our police academy.
Yeah.
We used to have institution as a nation. Look at CDC today has become a child's play. CDC that's supposed to be the second employer in Cameroon is from Ambazonia. You don't treat us with respect. We have a natural deep sea port. You instead of investing to build a seaport, you take the money and go to Kribi. And now, like seriously. So how do you expect us to be happy in such a union?
Never.
You don't expect us to and again, you expect us, after killing more than 30,000 people, I hear some NGOs keep singing 3,000 for Christ's sake. 3,000 people for how many years?
It is a travesty. It's a lie. It's a big, massive international lie.
No, Sandy Boston. Southern Cameroonians have lost more than 30,000 people. There are massive graves everywhere in Southern Cameroon. Massive grave. That the terrorist bills of being Vendôme Bartholomew, they have, in short, we are never going to forgive La République, because it was supposed to be a kind of dialogue, even come up with something to fool the people, but you decided to slaughter our people as if they were nothing. People you didn't capture, people who decided to join you, to work as one, you decided to slaughter them. And again, Sandy, this government thought that without them, without giving jobs to our people in Southern Cameroon, they thought they were doing something bad to us.
Yeah.
But that was the best thing they did to us, because some of our parents have been abroad for more than 40 years. When they couldn't get anything from the job from the government of La République, our parents decided to sell their lands. Our parents sold the lands, sent most of their children abroad. Today, I will be very proud to tell you that we have more than 2 million Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora.
You see?
And most of them, we didn't have a colonel who is in the Russian army, a Bangwa man. Yes, we have a colonel who is in the Russian army. He's a colonel. You expect these people, when you come and burn their land, you expect them to fold their arms, and they will not educate.
Sit tight. They will fight till the last.
And they will not educate their people how to defend themselves.
They will fight till the last man standing. And God knows that. I'm
just laughing because Secretary Chris Arno used to say that there will be a lava, there will be a mayhem, there will be all kinds of storm. And that moment, what you see now happening in southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, is just a test. Yes, it's just a test. It's just a test, because from the videos that I have sent to you and those that we said they are classified, if you see the kind of training these boys are going through, when we shall lash one of them to Nkongsamba, to Bafoussam, maybe people from Bafoussam will be running to go to Yaoundé. And let us see how Yaoundé is going to accommodate them.
Oh, yes. The thing is, people, like you said, this autist, arrogant, deaf government, because they don't listen to anyone, they think they can do what they want, yet they don't seem to understand that they have come to a dead end. Now, these people, what they didn't know was that by desensitizing the people of Ambazonia, the people of southern Cameroons, because that's what they have done by going in there with their massive weapons. I remember the time when they used to have American training, American weapons. They used to go in there, burn villages, whole villages, burn children, kill women, pregnant women, elderly people. And they will say, these are terrorists. And you ask yourself, a 4-month-old baby lying in the crib, what do they know? Ngabu, that happened. Everyone could see. The victims were innocent people, elderly people, disabled people. I remember the picture of that disabled man holding his wheelchair. He could not run for his life.
Sandy, you know, when you are when you see a fallen government, and when God wants to punish you, God makes you become stupid and useless. God has rendered that government useless. And I want to thank activists like you. Honestly, we in the Southern Cameroon Activist Forum, we appreciate you, Calibri, Max Senior, the stand. You guys are different from this useless man called Commissaire Zogo. This Commissaire Zogo is somebody that we Southern Cameroon used to appreciate before, but he has eaten sardine. And you see the way he's talking with both mouth. He has lost credibility. We hold you, Sandy Boston, Max Senior, and Calibri, and those that we know that I cannot actually call their names. You people have taught this government a lesson. And I pray that we have more people like Sandy Boston and Calibri in this revolution. Going back, you see, our people have gone through a lot. The government has used all kinds of narrative. Right now, they are even impersonating accounts. You will see an activist such as Mark Beretta. They are using my country people to clone his account. Mark Beretta has an account that is Beretta News. Beretta News. But you see an account that is coming up that is ending with .com. Mark Beretta's account, official website account, do not have .com. It has .news. So you see that will be coming up with all kinds of narrative to. They have even cloned so many of our leaders' account. It is the government is crumbling, and the government is doing everything possible to give a wrong narrative about our revolution. You know, some of us, we have been very silent for a very long time because we thought we thought that coming online all the time, it is giving a lot of intelligence to La République. The fact that we retreated has helped our boys on the ground a lot. And also, the reason I'm here is actually to tell La République that these that are coming to fight in Ambazonia, they do not have a mastery in our land. Our land is our birthright. We know all the in and out. You, a foreign stranger, You cannot go to Bui and you know Bui more than the indigenous in Bui. You are sending people's children to come and die in Ambazonia. Before, you were killing, when you kill a general like General, may so rest in peace, General Ivo, you portray it all over. You slaughter General Yankee, you portray it all over. It is no more that period. Now it's something different because these boys,
dynamics have changed.
Yes.
And you know what? This is how the way they did it is how they did during the independence period when they used to kill those who they called makiza.
Yes.
They'll cut their heads and show them in the market to discourage, to instill fear, to make people understand that this is what will happen to you if you fight against us. But little did they know that instead of making people scared in southern Cameroon, this has more than ever made them determined to win this war. And I would say that I am very, very proud. Honestly, I am very, very proud of how you people are resisting. And you're no longer resisting. You are now going out for them.
we are forging ahead. We are a bone. We are a contender. We are a contender to La République. We are people that La République cannot just swallow. They cannot swallow us just like that. Yes. La République has never won any war against Southern Cameroon, and they will never, because if you see the way we started with catapult. I hope you understand. The Ndomondomo. We started with catapult. From catapult, our boys, our parents, they started using the den guns. From the den guns now, we have transformed into something different. We even started going to Nigeria to get the sticks. We are no more going to Nigeria. Glory be to God to that. Because our brothers and sisters that La République du Cameroun sent abroad, when they couldn't provide them a job in a blessed country full of mineral resources, they make more than 2 million. If I put some of the Francophones as well who have migrated abroad, you will see that in the diaspora we have more than 6 million. And all this, La République thought they are doing bad to them. But today, these people that they sent abroad, they have acquired skills.
Experience, knowledge.
Yes, they have acquired all kinds of skills and experience that can render that government useless. Today, we have more than 20 military people who are right now in Ambazonian training these boys. And more than 70 has already opted again, who are voluntary to go and train these boys.
Kingsley, let me tell this in French because I think people don't get exactly what you're saying because this is very powerful. Les gars, si vous écoutez Kingsley dit ceci. Quand la guerre commençait, ils ont commencé avec les Ndomondomo, ils ont commencé avec les lance-pierres. BIA, avec le BI formé par Israël, formé par les États-Unis contre des garçons, des gamins qui avaient le Ndomondomo. Ils sont partis du Ndomondomo pour les fusils de chasse. Ils sont partis des fusils de chasse pour aller au Nigeria se ravitailler. Aujourd'hui, ils ne se ravitaillent même plus au Nigeria. Ils ont le matos, le matériel. Le matériel vient directement. Magazine rounds. Du vient de ring. Il y a un colonel dans l'armée russe qui est du Southern Cameroun. À l'heure où on parle, il y a 20 militaires des armées internationales qui sont en train de former ces gars sur le terrain. Ils ne sont plus là pour se défendre. Ils montent à l'attaque. Même 10 ans, Biya ne gagnera jamais cette guerre. Le billet est en train d'être écrasé comme les mouches. C'est de ça qu'il est question. Et la diaspora anglophone, ambazonienne, que Biya a chassé du Cameroun en leur refusant l'accès à l'université, en leur refusant le travail, ils sont partis à l'étranger. Et aujourd'hui, ils cotisent 2 millions de dollars chaque mois. 2 millions, pas moins. Pas moins. Mon Dieu, si on enlevait le cœur de ces garçons, on donnait même à 20 francophones, Biya serait déjà parti. Ça, c'est des garçons. Voilà ce qu'on appelle des hommes. Carry on.
Yes, thank you for that translation. So, as I was saying, the videos that you saw on social media, we actually reviewed these videos so that you people could see actually what is happening in southern Cameroon. This is not a Bollywood or a Nollywood or a, yes, Bollywood or Nollywood movie. This is reality. We have generals such as field marshals in Libya, field marshals, no pity. These are people that are brothers who are in the diaspora, who came to Ambazonia. We have a couple of training grounds. We have a couple of training grounds. I also sent you a video whereby you saw how these boys were being trained.
By the way, they will use all the satellite pictures in the world and they will never know.
They will never know. They will no. Our people, we have our own satellite. Those military people are not useless. These are people who have been to Vietnam. These are people who have been to Vietnam. These are people who have been to Syria. These are people who have been to Iraq.
Yes.
Sandy, there is nobody who will see his brother being killed or his parent being killed because he's working in a white man's country. He will not defend his people. There is nobody. There is nobody. The fact that we are in the diaspora doesn't mean this is our land. There is nothing as good as home. You cannot come into my house, you slaughter my parents, and you expect me to laugh with you. Not when blood has spilled. And that is why I'm telling the Republic military people. It is out of compassion. Most of you bills, in the last 2 months, the government is lying to the citizens of La Republique. I can categorically tell you, Sandy Boston, that more than 600 bills have lost their life in less than 2 months.
Voilà. Plus de 650 billes ont perdu leur vie en moins de 2 mois.
Yes, but they come on TV, ils disent, il y a plus de 20 militaires. Quels 20 militaires? Il faut qu'ils osent à dire la vérité à leur peuple, qu'il y a plus de 600 militaires qui sont tombés. Non parlé au moins 1000 qui ont déserté. Nous avons les acquis parce que quand ces militaires ils quittent la frontière du Nigeria, ils appellent pour traverser, pour entrer à Dubaï. Présentement, il y a presque 2000 militaires qui sont partout à Abu Dhabi, Qatar, qui vont entrer en Europe, qui vont voyager jusqu'aux États-Unis. Tout ça, c'est parce qu'eux-mêmes, là, ils sont déjà fatigués de cette guerre. Et moi, maintenant, I am taking this opportunity to tell those soldiers, besides Sandy Boston, do you know that the Bulus don't go to fight? The Betis don't go to fight in Ambazonia. When you see a Beti man who is a military man in Ambazonia, is a captain, he doesn't go on the forefront. He doesn't go. They send the Hausas, they send the Bamlekes, and then they send all those people who are not Bulus. They are the ones who are dying in Ambazonia. But the innocent soldiers who are coming to die in Ambazonia, they have no experience because they have not even gone through the military training of 6 months as it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
And you want to come and fight somebody who knows the in and out of his house.
Of his territory. Exactly.
Of his territory. And besides, when you see like these 2 captains who went to Ambazonia the UK Navy. Do you think they are going there just to look at people's face? They are going there to educate those boys how to mount their own guns.
We are talking
I will call it like that.
We are talking here about the best of the best in terms of military. We are talking about the elite who went to Iraq, who went to Syria. We are talking about people who are trained to kill. They know their stuff. We are
Sandy,
talking about people.
don't even forget to tell them that England is the best in guerrilla warfare in the world.
Vous blaguez. Ah, la 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 la. Mais l'affaire, si Bia pensait à un seul moment, même dans sa démence, même dans sa folie, je me rappelle quand il était rentré à l'aéroport où il disait que la guerre a été déclarée. Bia n'avait pas imaginé un seul instant dans ses rêves, ses cauchemars les plus fous, que ce peuple allait lui résister. Nous allons à 5 ans. 5 ans de guerre. Le Cameroun est à terre. La Sonara brûlée. La CDC boycottée. Toutes les industries, le thé, vous vous rendez compte, le thé qui était partout au nord, ouest, sud-ouest, boycotté. Le Cameroun est réduit à néant par ses combattants. Par ses combattants. Je vais vous faire passer une vidéo. Est-ce que la régie peut nous faire passer la toute première vidéo dans la liste des vidéos là, où il y a les camions qui passent. Voilà.
10 soldiers were killed and a police station was raided yesterday in different locations in southwest Cameroon. This comes at a time when Cameroonian army had just completed the operation called We Clean. The mission, which began on May 15, aimed at neutralizing the operation of separatists in the area. The operation was led by the 5th Joint Military Region, consisting nearly 300 soldiers. I told them that the mission must continue with discipline, with respect for the principles of commitment and conduct, and with respect for human rights, because the population remains and will remain our center of gravity. Some residents are also accused of conspiring with the rebels. According to the army's claims, residents, leaders, chiefs, and church leaders have embraced the separatist ideologies in all areas, making it difficult for them to fight.
The military operation in different communities and the military option, I don't think they'll be able to bring back peace, because the population is actually suffering. And sometimes when the population sees a military person, what comes into their mind is my son died. My daughter died, my father died because of the military, and they are instantly scared. So I don't think that the military option is the best for me.
The operation, which is the third of its kind, lasted a whole month. 4 soldiers were killed and several injured. According to analysts, these are the consequences of military raids.
Donc vous voyez comment l'armée est en train de subir sur le terrain. Ils sont entrés en disant qu'ils vont nettoyer, ils vont dératiser, comme Ernest Obama avait dit. Il faut dératiser les zones anglophones.
C'est salopard. Aujourd'hui, je ne sais pas là où il se trouve. Il avait dit qu'on devait nous neutraliser, on devait nous...
dératiser.
Oui, comme si on était les cafards. Ah, voilà ce genre de mentalité que certains francophones ont. Et quoi qu'ils ont cet orgueil pour dire de n'importe quoi. Je m'en souviens, il y a beaucoup de panélistes dans Vision 4, ils ont rencontré tout. Aujourd'hui, qui osent à dire des conneries, nous là, on va les poursuivre jusqu'à Yaoundé.
Ah ça?
Oui, ils osent à dire des bêtises, nous allons les poursuivre. On connaît partout là où ils sont. Partout là où ils sont. Ils croient qu'ils vont, je ne sais pas pourquoi ils ne peuvent pas être des hommes réels. Ils voient les choses réelles ils rencontrent des bêtises, ils rencontrent des conneries qui enflamment le pays. S'il y a des gens qui ont détruit même ce pays-là, beaucoup, ce sont les journalistes aussi, comme les Obama.
Ouais.
Donc, comme je vous le disais auparavant, vous voyez ce journaliste a tout dit. Il a dit que le peuple fuit les militaires. Que quand le peuple voit les militaires, le peuple préfère aller chez les Ambazoniens, les forces armées ambazoniennes. Vous voyez, Sandy, il n'y a pas de problème entre les militaires ambazoniens. Tous les fakes en bas que vous voyez là, ce sont les gens que Atangananji a créés. Nous avons les vrais militaires qui sont patriotiques. Tu ne les vois pas dans les réseaux sociaux. Tu ne les vois pas. Ceux qui sont là, qui demandent qu'on appelle, qui font les kidnappings à gauche et à droite, ce sont les miliciens, et je dis bien et fort, de Atangananji. Ce monsieur, c'est un satan qui... Mais je me demande même quand même au bon Dieu. On prend un ex-convict, on met comme ministre territorial. Vous-même, qu'est-ce que vous croyez? Un homme qui a fait Nubel 2 fois, et il crée des miliciens partout, et disent que ce sont les forces ambazoniennes. Les Ambazoniens sont les gens patriotiques. Ils ne font pas de kidnapping. Ce sont des gars qui ont donné toutes les armes pour lutter pour cette guerre. Et pour chuter même. Les Ambazoniens ont ce qu'on appelle Odeshi. Odeshi, on ne tue pas son peuple. C'est l'une des conditions. Si tu tues ton frère, cette Odeshi va tourner contre toi. Donc les vrais Ambazoniens qui ont l'Odeshi dans le corps, ils ne tuent pas les peuples. Ce que vous voyez là qui tuent les Ambazoniens ou bien qui font les trucs bidons, ce sont les gens que Tangananji a créés. Donc pour te dire, les vrais Ambazoniens, ils ne tuent pas parce qu'ils ont le Odeshi au corps. Le Odeshi au corps, c'est ça, c'est comme un convenant qu'ils ont pris. Un convenant.
Voilà. Un accord entre les ancêtres et eux pour protéger leur peuple.
Merci.
Et c'est pour ça d'ailleurs que lors de la fête nationale du Southern Cameroun, on voit toujours tout le peuple sortir et accueillir ces combattants qui sortent de la brousse pour une fois, célébrer avec leur population. Et alors que le gouvernement s'attarde à les présenter comme des terroristes, des gens qui terrorisent la population et tout, on est toujours surpris de voir le nombre de femmes. Il y a même les tournois de football pour la journée, la fête nationale du Southern Cameroon. There is a football tournament, there is a food that's been cooked. People are happy. People are celebrating with the fighters. People are celebrating their fighters. And this leads us to the fact you were saying exactly that those guys who have been committing atrocities, beheading women like Florence Ayafo, beheading women like we saw recently, we knew, and I knew, and we said to that government of Mr. Biya, because their purpose was to portray the Ambazonian fighters as terrorists on the international level so they can justify going on the ground with the army. And we knew that. That's why last time when we went to Geneva, we wrote to the United Nations. And I clearly said with my fellow fighters, Bobby Tanap, that the next time a woman is being beheaded in Southern Cameroon, if a woman is being beheaded once more in Southern Cameroon, we will retaliate. We will retaliate. Because you cannot justify that a woman who's been like an animal, they put her handcuffed like an animal, and then they chop her head off in front of cameras.
Those were Sandy Boston. That was one of the worst scenarios that myself I ever encountered. And these are the militia of Atangananji. Because at the end of the day, they keep talking about les Ambazoniens sont en train de faire cela. Non, les Ambazoniens ne font pas tout ce qu'ils ont dit là. Et vous voyez même, vous avez vu le vidéo de Samson, vous connaissez le feu Samson, que les militaires avaient égorgé la tête. En plein public, ils ont montré. Et même ils ont montré, les billes ont montré. Les qui ont commencé à couper les têtes des Ambazoniens, ce ne sont pas les billes. Ce sont eux qui ont commencé. Donc, si vous voyez aujourd'hui même les vidéos que les vrais militaires ambazoniens, ils coupent les têtes des militaires de la République, c'est pour leur dire que on t'a bien appris, vous nous avez bien appris comment on fait les choses-ci. Donc, chaque moment maintenant que les militaires de la République, ils vont couper la tête d'un ambazonien, nous allons couper 10 fois les têtes pour leur montrer qu'on fait les mêmes choses. S'ils veulent lutter une guerre propre, ils luttent la guerre propre, pas les affaires de couper les têtes pour intimider les qui. On a dépassé ce niveau d'intimidation. On ne peut pas nous intimider. C'est chaud. Et je dis il faut que Bia Bimvondo sèche d'envoyer les militaires, les petits militaires chez nous. Les enfants de pauvres, il faut qu'ils cessent ça. Les enfants innocents, il faut qu'ils cessent. Nous-mêmes là, dans le Southern Cameroun Activist Forum, on en a déjà marre de voir le sang depuis la semaine passée. Là, le mois passé aussi. On a assez vu. Vous voyez un seul Fimacha, no pity. Lui seul, il a fait les confrontations face to face avec les Kélébés. Les Kélébés ont fui. Face to face. Un seul Fimacha.
No pity, I swear.
Et puis, c'était son là-bas, ils disent à Yaoundé, ils disent, on va gagner la guerre, Au début, vous étiez là-bas en train de dire que Popo va vous écraser, Popo va vous anéantiser, Popo, quel Popo? Un homme qui n'a même pas les dents dans la bouche pour mordre encore, qui vient? Qui l'envoie Brenda Bia chez nous? Qui l'envoie Frambia? Qui doit être président? Un ex-convict qui a laissé l'enfant de Mendoza mourir comme ça. Qui a laissé Mendoza mourir. Frambia vient d'Ambazonie. Qu'est-ce que Frambia connaît? Il connaît même l'histoire de Southern Cameroun. Cette personne qui a fui l'école aux États-Unis d'Amérique. Si Paul Biya veut, il envoie les généraux. Fimacha de Libyalem lui a donné le défi que n'envoie pas les petits militaires. Toi-même, Bimvondo, envoie-moi tous tes colonels, tous tes généraux. Comme moi-même, tant que Fimacha, je suis là dans le combat. Sandy Boston, vous voyez, c'est un général là, on appelle les généraux Mekai, ceci, cela. Les généraux qui ne savent même pas fabriquer même les balles.
Le colonel Badjek.
Badjek, oui, ils achètent un État, un armée d'un État. Ils achètent les balles. Alors voilà, Fimacha de Libyalais qui fabrique les armes. Ouais. Et on va moquer de ces armes. Au moins, il fait les efforts. Il fait les explosifs. Il a pris ça où? Là-bas en Ambazonie. Et on a les colonels, les généraux qui envoient les enfants à Paris, qui envoient les enfants à Dubaï pour dépenser les milliards de citoyens, des taxes, les impôts des pays. Il faut qu'on nous donne le défi maintenant. C'est maintenant que notre guerre commence.
Ah, oui.
La guerre ambazonienne, c'est maintenant que ça commence.
Ouais,
on est en train de se chauffer.
Tous les généraux, les colonels, les capitaines et tout ça, sortez des bureaux à Yaoundé, sortez des bars et des restaurants, sortez derrière les prostituées, allez au front en Ambazonie. C'est de ça qu'il est question.
Oui.
Arrêtez d'envoyer les enfants des pauvres.
Et tous ces militaires-là qu'on envoie, vous aussi, mes frères, vous voulez laisser vos veuves? Si vous voulez laisser vos veuves, il n'y a pas de problème. Nous, les Ambazoniens, on a dit que on va épouser toutes les femmes de la République. On va prendre toutes vos femmes. Parce que vous serez les veuves.
Oui.
We are going to take you, Sandy Boston. We love you, like seriously. Non, il n'y a pas de blague. Venez chez nous. Vos femmes seront des veuves. Vos enfants seront des orphelins. Comme nous aussi, on a perdu les gens. Nos enfants sont des orphelins. Nos enfants n'ont pas de parents. nous allons vous rendre. Vous allez marcher dans les forêts, vous n'allez pas voir même les exits. You are going to run in all the forests in Ambazonian. You will never find the exit road, and you will die in that forest. We are the God-choosing people. No matter how many years this war will take the southern Cameroonians, we are going to fight it till the last man standing.
Till the last man standing.
Yes,
and
you can
God
invite
has blessed this land with lots of riches. You have oil, you have gas, you have fertile soil, you have everything that anyone could ever wish on the land. So you guys are blessed, and it is your right to fight for what belongs to you. It is your right to fight.
We are going to fight, and we are fighting. We have embraced. Quand ce monsieur, il est rentré du Sénégal, dès l'aéroport, il a dit qu'il déclare la guerre. C'est à lui de cesser cette guerre qu'il avait déclarée. Et pour cesser cette guerre, il y a les leaders ambazoniens. Les impressions qu'ils sont en train de dire qu'il n'y a pas de l'unité entre nous. Ils mentent. Ils mentent. Il y a une sérénité. Nous avons les différentes opinions, mais nous avons un but, et notre but, c'est Boya. Ça, c'est la l'unité. Oui, ils peuvent venir dans tous les médias, ils rencontrent Sako, Ayabachu, Ayoktabe, ils ne sont pas ceci, cela. Non. Ces personnes sont dans l'esprit commun, mais ils ont un différent d'opinion. Et on peut toujours s'arranger. Et ils arrangent même ça déjà.
Ah,
la République a cherché à faire beaucoup de chantage, de division. Ça ne marche plus. Il y a des conférences qui viennent pour unir, pour amener tous les activistes.
J'espère que la révolution francophone écoute ça. J'espère que la révolution francophone écoute ça. Parce que Biya utilise les mêmes armes. La division. Et voilà que les Southern Cameroons ont compris qu'il faut s'unir pour battre l'ennemi. Bravo, frère.
Non, l'unité est très, très importante. On n'a jamais été divisé. Si on était divisé, c'est que Paul Biya nous a déjà gagné, Sandy. Si on était divisé, c'est que Paul Biya nous a déjà gagné.
And this is what they wanted to do when they created the fake Amba. What they wanted to do was to make the people despise those guys and say some of them are against the population, but they didn't succeed. They didn't succeed because everyone who's on ground zero knows that those boys are there to defend the people.
They may send all kinds of fake accounts. They may create all kinds of clones. It will never stop us. It will never stop us from the goal that we have. It will never stop us from the goal that we have. Our goal is to see the state of Southern Cameroon go live. We can be good neighbors. There is no crime. And even after this war, Southern Cameroon is still going to have something to do with La République. But if they want us to create a war, we are going to create that war. And we shall give visa to only women. No men. Yes, we shall create the wall in Ambazonia, whereby only women of La République will be allowed to come in Ambazonia with visa free. But if they don't stop this war, and they keep thinking that they will come and kill civilians, the more you kill our people, the more British Southern Cameroonians in Britain are returning back. More American soldiers, Southern Cameroonians as American soldiers are returning back. They will be giving us the technology. You see now our boys are, Field Marshal of Libya is doing the IED. The one, Field Marshal No PT is doing the IED. And very soon, they will not just do the IED that can take an ammo car. They will make an IED that can take more than 2,000 lives on one spot. Let them keep joking. And we shall not. We are already prepared. Nous sommes en train de fabriquer les RPG, made in Ambazonian. Je vais prendre cette opportunité aussi.
Ça, c'est un militaire qui parle. Hein?
Je veux prendre cette opportunité pour remercier nos frères qui sont entrés chez nous de la mer britannique et la mer américaine, qui sont en train de mettre toutes ces institutions pour fabriquer toutes ces armes de haut niveau. Au début, si on avait un seul RPG qui était fonctionnable, les salopards de Bilan ne devaient pas patronner notre territoire. Maintenant, qui viennent, on a déjà les lance-roquettes qui sont capables de faire des dégâts. Vous avez vu un qu'on a testé à Kumba. Ça a nettoyé la gendarmerie. Qui continue? Cessez de venir chez nous. Restez chez vous. Vous n'allez pas mourir pour une personne qui a déjà plus de 80 ans. Il a volé plus de 2 milliards de dollars. Écoutez, vous les billes là, vous n'avez même pas le salaire de 40 000 francs CFA par mois. Vous voulez mourir pour les veillards, pour les ministres qui ont les coups forts chez eux. Si vous étiez même comme les Nigériens, il faut aller dans les maisons de ces ministres-là, les colonels et les généraux, aller prendre tout cet argent qu'ils ont gardé dans les maisons. On vous envoie pour venir mourir pour eux. Ils sont là-bas, ils sont en train de baiser tous les filles de Yaoundé. Ils envoient des enfants en Europe. Et vous venez chez nous pour violer nos femmes, pour violer nos enfants. Même jusqu'à les poulets, les militaires de la République volent. Ça, ce n'est pas de blague. Ils volent les chèvres, ils volent les porcs. Parce qu'ils n'ont pas de salaire. On ne les donne même pas les primes de mission. Donc, quand ils viennent comme ça, ils ont faim. La population ne les donne pas la nourriture. Ils font les intimidations, ils volent les bœufs, les chèvres et tout et consorts. C'est ce qu'ils sont en train de faire chez nous, là où moi je te parle comme ça. Ils n'ont pas l'argent pour financer cette guerre. Pourquoi continuer cette guerre que vous n'avez pas d'argent?
And they're making over the IMF to ask for more loans. We are going to stop that deal. We will go to the IMF and stop that deal. They mustn't give a single penny to Cameroon. You guys better stop them, Sandy, because if you don't stop these guys, you guys are going to pay for that loan. Yes, you guys are going to pay for that loan. And I think the best thing to do is to educate your people, because I don't understand how there will be a war. There will be a war for almost how many years? Yet, people of La Republic are indifferent to fight this, to even go in the street and protest. Honestly. They spend their time in bars, drinking, talking all kinds of foolish talks. In hotels. Yes, le vieux va vous anéantir, le vieux va vous écraser. Quel vieux qui va nous écraser? Il va nous écraser pendant 4 ans. Et maintenant, on est en train de danser la danse de Smungene. La danse, masquerade danse. C'est maintenant qu'on danse. Ah, ça. Vous avez vu nos petits, quand ils viennent là, c'est comme une flamme, la flamme de volcan. Quand ils viennent seulement comme ça, les militaires, les billes fuient. Ils fuient. Where them day? Yes. Ah, massa. L'époque là qu'on nous intimidait passait. Hein? L'époque là est passée. Maintenant là, c'est maintenant que la guerre de Southern Cameroon commence. As you were talking about this gendarmerie station in Kumbada was blasted off, est-ce que la vidéo la régie peut nous passer la deuxième vidéo, qui est la vidéo de la gendarmerie de Kumba qui a été détruite par un instrument explosif? Merci.
This is the Amba Defense Force. This is our enemy passing. Our enemy are passing. We are waiting for the last truck. We are waiting for the last truck to attack. Ah, ça, c'était le poste de gendarmerie de Kumba qui a été effacé, éradiqué de la surface de la terre. Les gars, vous entendez les machine guns. Ce n'est plus le ndomo, ce n'est plus le fusil à un coup, 2 coups. les gars ont ce qu'on appelle du jus. Ils ont du jus. Le BI, même 40 ans, ne pourra pas gagner cette guerre. Et c'est de cela qu'il est question. Le live que j'ai fait le week-end dernier était justement instruit par le stratège que vous avez aujourd'hui sur le plateau, Kingsley, qui est un homme de l'ombre, qui a accepté de sortir de l'ombre aujourd'hui, parce que justement, il dit, dans leur forat ambazonien, ils en ont marre de voir les enfants des pauvres francophones se faire massacrer parce qu'ils reçoivent des vidéos horribles tous les jours. Ils en ont marre. Ils ont même pitié. Ils ont pitié de voir les enfants des pauvres se faire tuer en Ambazonie tous les jours. Ils demandent et ils exigent que ce soit les colonels, les généraux, les capitaines, les gros vendeurs qui sont à Yaoundé, en train de boire dans les bars, en train d'aller dans les auberges avec les petites filles, que ceux-là viennent sur le terrain au Grand Zéro. C'est eux que les soldats ambazoniens veulent. Ils en ont marre de tuer les enfants des pauvres mamans qui vendent la cola, qui vendent le bobolo, qui vendent tout pour que les enfants puissent avoir un peu de lumière dans la vie. C'est de ça qu'il est question. Lorsque vous avez un homme, parce que ce garçon, ne vous fiez pas à son sourire, hein, c'est un dur à cuire. Ça, c'est un garçon que je connais depuis un certain temps. Et croyez-moi, c'est un dur, c'est un dur, c'est un dur. Et c'est lui qui m'a dit, Sandy, tu dois sensibiliser les militaires, les populations du Cameroun pour leur dire de ne plus envoyer leurs enfants au BI parce qu'ils sont devenus de la chair à canon. N'envoyez plus vos enfants au BI. Oui, que BIA envoie Brenda, qu'il envoie Junior, qu'il envoie le toxicomane, comment il s'appelle? L'autre toxico, Franck. Qu'ils aillent sur le terrain se battre pour l'argent qu'ils vont dépenser à l'inter. D'ailleurs, ils ne vont plus à l'intercontinental. Qu'ils aillent défendre ça, mais qu'ils arrêtent d'envoyer les enfants des pauvres se faire massacrer au Lébi Alem. Parce que Phil Marshall ne rigole pas. Quand Phil Marshall tue, il tue au moins 600. Il écrase, il fait exploser les camions de billes. Il y a des vidéos qu'on a mis, il y a une vidéo que j'avais mise ici. Les gens m'ont dit non, ce n'est pas le BI, le BI ne s'habille pas comme ça. Mais rappelez-vous, quand ces garçons, s'ils ne les font pas exploser, quand ils tuent le BI, qu'est-ce qu'ils font? Ils récupèrent les vêtements du BI, ils récupèrent l'armement du BI et ils combattent le BI avec la tenue du BI, l'armement du BI. Mais qu'est-ce que vous croyez? 4 ans de guerre, les gars sont en brousse depuis 4 ans. Les gens qui ont perdu, tu arrives dans un village, tu trouves un garçon de 12 ans, 13 ans qui a perdu son père, qui a perdu sa mère, son grand-père, ses soeurs, ses petites-sœurs, ainsi de suite. Qu'est-ce qu'il a comme choix si ce n'est de se battre? Si ce n'est de se battre jusqu'à la dernière énergie. Alors si Bia croit un seul instant qu'il gagnera cette guerre, qu'il se détrompe. D'ailleurs, je vais laisser mon frère Kingsley vous parler de Dieudonné Somba. Et bien que nous ne l'aimions pas, Dieudonné Somba a toujours été cohérent sur une chose. Il a toujours dit que le gouvernement ne gagnera jamais cette guerre.
Oui, général, Dieudonné Somba, c'est comme une personne pour moi que Dieu a utilisé sa voix pour envoyer le message. Pour envoyer le message au peuple camerounais. Le message que c'est un politicien et c'est un journaliste qui sont dans le paycheck du gouvernement ne vont pas entendre. Dieudonné Somba depuis 4 ans, il les avait dit, les boulous, les bêtis et les militaires lui molestaient, lui insulté, lui dit toutes des conneries. Écoutant, c'était la voie passive, la solution passive qu'il était en train de dire. Et jusqu'à là, ce monsieur, il a dit pour lui, hein, mais je ne crois pas que les Ambazoniens maintenant, en tant que, comme nous sommes déjà là maintenant, on voit même la fédération, ou bien la confédération, comme il dit. On ne peut pas avoir le confédération quand on a déjà dépassé plus de 30 000 personnes qui sont mortes. On a déjà dépassé. Et Dieudonné Somba, lui, il connaît. C'est un un académicien, il connaît. Il est très juste et honnête. Mais ça ne coûte rien à Paul Biya s'il veut donner le défi. Il faut qu'il ouvre le référendum. S'il est un homme, il ouvre le référendum. Là, on sera le bon voisin. Nous allons quitter Ambazoniens, on prend les météos pour venir manger la vie à Yaoundé, on rentre le lendemain. C'est ça. Si Paul Biya, il est honnête et il veut la paix, il faut qu'il fasse ce qui est là. Il y a les Ayok Tabe, il y a les Sambwe Sako et Commun, il y a les Ayabatu Lucas. On peut commencer le dialogue. On peut commencer les négociations. Qui n'écoute pas aux enfamés, aux gens qui sont là pour les vaincre, tous les ministres de Paul Biya, d'Ngongo, toutes ces personnes-là, on ne leur dit pas la vérité. Ou Paul Biya lui-même là, il a accepté, ou il connaît la vérité et il ne faut pas atteindre, il ne faut pas mettre la réalité. Donc, vous les gens de la République de Cameroun, il faut que vous écoutez les gens comme Dieudonné et Somba. Parce que lui, c'était lui que Dieu a utilisé sa voix pour avertir, pour conseiller cet État, mais ils ont refusé.
Ben, tout à fait, parce que voilà, et il est même mieux placé parce que voilà quelqu'un qui est Betty Boulou et qui dit à ses frères que la guerre que vous commencez là, vous ne pouvez pas la gagner. Mais comme ce gouvernement est autiste, il est sourd, il est muet, il est arrogant, insolent, il se croit tout permis. Ils ont cru que la force allait résoudre tout. Lorsque les Mancho BBC manifestaient paisiblement, ils ont répondu avec les armes, avec la violence. Ils les ont tous arrêtés, jetés en prison. Ils croyaient qu'en arrêtant tout le monde et en jetant en prison, le mouvement allait s'arrêter. 4 ans plus tard, nous allons à 5 ans. Le BI est en train de lire en Ambazonie. Le BI est en train de chier les bulles en Ambazonie. Et ça ne va pas s'améliorer parce qu'aujourd'hui, on a les forces d'élite des États-Unis, du Royaume-Uni qui sont sur le terrain pour entraîner les gars. Alors, nous accueillons dans le plateau le combattant Don Pacho. Good evening, Don Pacho.
Good evening et bonsoir à vous.
Bonsoir. Don Pacho, can you introduce yourself to the 362 people that are watching us now?
Yes, my name, I always call myself the fearless Don Pacho. I am an Ambazonian activist. I am a freedom fighter. I stand for the freedom of my people, the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. No matter the cost, we are ready, and no matter what is happening, freedom or resistance forever.
Superb. So you found us on well on the way with our discussions, and soon I'll be opening the line for people to ask you a few questions or to give their opinion on what has been said on the show so far. But as you found us, we were talking about, we gave the history of the war that is raging now, and we also gave a realistic state of things right now on ground zero, which is that the bee is suffering hell in Ambazonia. What is your take on that?
Like we have said, and we will continue to say, the people of Ambazonia, we are winning, and we are going to win the battle. No matter what La République du Cameroun do, we stand strong, we stand resolute. They can be deceiving those whom they want to deceive. They can stand to show images of whatsoever they want to show to the people of La République, who stand not to even fend for their own selves, but try to defend a rogue and dictatorial regime which has been in power close to 40 years without reasoning about the people whom they claim they lead. We, the people of Ambazonia, we, the people of Southern Cameroons, we stand tall. We will never blink. It is our rights. What we are fighting for is what we know that is our right. Our country, we got our independence on the 1st of October 1961, and we are defending ourselves. The president of La République du Cameroon, the dictatorial president, Paul Biya, decided to declare war on the people of Southern Cameroons, and we are up to the task. He said they are going to crush us in 2 weeks, and we are 5 years and running, and we are still tall, we are still strong. We are going to continue till freedom comes. No matter what they do, I pity, I feel so pity. It is a sad situation that people of La République du Cameroun, I watched a show over Vision Card that a journalist will be trying to call us terrorists, will be trying to give us names. It's a sad situation that even they, the La République citizens, don't even know their rights. They cannot even rise up to defend their own selves, to stand up and tell a dictator that we don't want you anymore. The people of Burkina Faso did it. The people of Ivory Coast did it. The people of this country, South Sudan, they did it. And we, the people of South Cameroon's Ambazonian, we are doing it, and we are going to do it till we gain our freedom. Let the citizens of La République du Cameroon know that we, the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia, we have taken our own destiny into our hands, and we are not going to blink, and we are never going to give up. It is either freedom or resistance forever.
Never surrender. And you know what you said just reminds me that sometimes us activists from the French-speaking Cameroon, sometimes we have the feeling that we are fighting a losing battle. As you rightfully say, our people back home are so detached to their reality that sometimes we ask ourselves, some of us sometimes ask, is it really worth fighting for those people? But then again, when you realize that these are the people that were brainwashed for more than 40 years, where they were one person imposing their wish and their will on them, making them think in one way, making them, you know, just completely conditioning them. You think to yourself, despite the hard, the difficulty of our situation, we still have to carry on fighting. And we are so proud of the Southern Cameroon's people, every single one of them, including the women that are actually at the forefront of the struggle. And as we are talking, my thoughts go to Barrister Nalova B, who should have been here with us, but she's still at work. And as we are talking, here comes...
Yeah, what I will come in to say is, you know, we feel like the citizens of La République du Cameroon, they don't even know their rights. They don't even know what they are fighting for. We give kudos to activists like you, Sandy. We know that you are doing the job that many are afraid to do. We give kudos to people like Marc Senior. We give kudos to people like Calibri, because you guys are standing up to do what those back home are not doing. But it is high time you people learn from the Ambazonians. We did not start our revolution in the diaspora. We started our revolution on ground zero. It is high time you guys fortify those on the ground, make them to understand that you are fighting for their rights, because we, the people of Ambazonia, we made our citizens back home to know that we in the diaspora, we are fighting for their rights. You, Sandy, talking and trying to fix La République du Cameroon, you are better off. You can take care of yourself. You can take care of your family. You can take care of your immediate family. I don't think you even need anything from La République du Cameroon. But just because you feel the pains of your people, as a mother who has given birth to kids, you see children going to school, coming out and being truck pushers and being bench sittiness, but you have decided that, okay, let me fight for my people. We see you go naked on the streets. Many people call you a mad woman. No, you are not mad. It is because you want to mourn. You want to show them that you are fighting for their rights. We, the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia, we have said nothing, absolute nothing is going to stop us from what we are doing. Listen, La Republic is doing a propaganda war in which we have already defeated them. Now they have this guy they call my country people, Kunda Titus, who calls himself the king of Blackleg. He's trying to clone our accounts. He uses Eritator, he clones Eritator's account, sabotaged it, try to make that it is Eritator who is saying it. He used Mark Barata's page. He is doing the same thing with Mark Barata's page and trying to sabotage Mark Barata and his website, in which I will say it here today, anybody that wants to get information from Mark Barata, his website is www.markbarata.news. There is no website as www.baratanews.com. It is fake. Anything baratanews.com, it is fake. We have defeated them. That is why they don't have any other means. They are taking all audios from 2018, 2017, all videos, and putting them out to their citizens and deceiving them that they are beating us. We, you, talking and seeing, you have seen what we are doing. Our forces are dealing with La République du Cameroun. We have developed. They are showing 10 guns. Our forces don't use 10 guns anymore. We don't have 10 guns. We have what we can match La République du Cameroun. We have what we can defeat them at any moment. We use the bombs. We use the explosives. We are not afraid of them. They are now afraid. They don't move into our country again the way they used to move freely. Now they move with a lot of fear. Just the attack of General No Pity, 3 straight attacks made them. The other day in Bambili, all of them, they ran away from the checkpoints. They went and sat at the 3 corners Bambili because they were afraid of the unknown. We, the Ambazonians, we are not afraid of any unknown because we are capable. Like I said, nothing, absolute nothing will stop us. They arrested our president, President Sisi Kutabea Yok, and they said it is over. But today, they know that it is never over. They say they don't know whom to negotiate or dialogue with, but they knew whom to go and arrest or kidnap in Nigeria. So who is a fool? They went and kidnapped our president, and today they are telling the world they don't know whom to negotiate with. We know whom that
they went to kidnap him in Nigeria.
In Nigeria,
this has to be.
So we know we have our leadership, and our leadership is in jail in Kondingi dungeons. If they want to negotiate, they should release our president.
One stone throw away from A to D, and he goes around the world looking for people to negotiate with. Mr. Biya, they are right under your nose. My salute to President Sisuku Ayub Tabe, who has been taking good care of all prisoners around him. Great man, great spirit, great heart. The testimonies coming out of Kondengi are amazing, are great about this man's heart. He is taking care of all those kids Mr. Biya arrested just because they were marching. We thank you, we salute you, and we tell you, Mr. President, the fight is going on. Although I am not from Ambazonia, I completely endorse the fight of Ambazonia, and I will stand by you guys until you reach Boya.
No, from today onward, we are going to give you an Ambazonia passport, Sandy Boston.
I will take it gracefully and thankfully. Thank you so much. So we introduced Jojo, who just joined us. Jojo, can you please quickly introduce yourself to the people who are watching us right now?
Okay, thank you, Sandy, for having me. How wish we had more francophones like you, because if left to people like you, I won't be fighting for Ambazonia independence. When this thing started, I was trying to rally. I was trying to rally our brothers, francophone brothers, because I thought we were one. so that together we can fight and keep up these old people who are there in Yaoundé, destroying the country. They didn't listen. If there were people like you who came out to say, no, enough is enough. We are not going to kill our brothers. We're not going to fight these people. We are going to sit on a round table to discuss as equal. We wouldn't be in the position in which we are today. But today, look at what has happened. They have alienated us. They have pushed us to the wall. They have radicalized us. I've changed. I'm no longer the person that I used to be. I even changed my name to Ambazor to show how determined I am to get to Ambazonia. But I thank you for your activism. I thank you for trying to educate your people about this senseless war. I like the topic. I like the headline on your show here, that how can we stop this senseless war? Because it's actually a senseless war. In a war situation, nobody wins. I have my own ideology about war. If, for instance, you and I will get into war, and you remove my 2 eyes and I remove your 1 eye, we've all lost. We are all losers. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I've lost 2 eyes, you've lost 1 eye. Before the war started, your eyes were intact. Before the war started, my eyes were intact. But you've lost 1, I've lost 2. So you can't say that you've won because you've lost 1 eye. If you didn't start the war, your eyes would have been intact. So what I'm saying is to say that in a war situation, nobody wins. Everybody's a loser. And unfortunately, in this particular situation, the greatest losers are the Bami and the Bassas. Because those who are falling in Ambaland are many Bami and Bassas. They send their kids. They send kids. They go and pick up children, train them for 4 days. Then send them to go and die, go and be killed. Then the generals, they sit in their offices. They sit in armored cars. They wear gun proofs. Then send kids into the field to be killed and to leave women, widows, and children as orphans. It's really pathetic. But they sit there in Yaoundé and make noise. They sit there in Betty, how do they call those villages? Sangmalima, Akonolinga, all those places, they sit and eating cassava and drinking while people are dying. So my question to those who are being sent there to fight, I want to ask them, what is their motivation? What is motivating them to go and fight? To defend an old people, to defend the Beti Bulu dynasty? Is that why they are fighting? Because some people call you La République du Cameroon. I call you La République du Bulu Maroon, because that is the name of the country. La République du Bulu Maroon, not La République du Cameroon. Because this is not the Cameroon that I used to know before I left. They have destroyed it because of arrogance.
Absolutely, and I completely agree with you on that. In 2016, when the conflict started, very few Francophones, including myself, knew what was going on. And we saw vaguely, well, for us that are here in the diaspora, for me, more precisely, being mostly in a British society, I was not aware of what was going on back home. But the pictures that the government wanted to show people, and that it indeed showed the people, was that it was just a little rise up that they were going to crush in a matter of 2 weeks, as they say. And somebody even highlighted that there was a journalist, everyone knows that rat, who said they were going to deratize, I don't know if that exists in English, the English regions. And I remember Mimi Mefo went to jail just because she had the courage to show what was going on the ground. 5 years later, Bia has gone nowhere. Like you say, Jojo, there's no winner in a war situation. There cannot be a winner, let alone a government that has lost everything and has no more money. When you know that Northwest and Southwest region Cameroons were the ones that were supplying the government with oil money, they lost that.
Yeah, they've lost everything. It is really pathetic. I've been to a few African countries. You see, before I left Cameroon in quotes, because I don't even like to call that name today. Before I left Cameroon, I used to think that Cameroon was one of the best countries in Africa. I've been to a few other African countries and I've seen how far they have gone in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the mentality of the people, and even in terms of the services that is provided to customers and the way they conduct their services. See, let me tell you this thing, Sandy. Let me just give you the short story. When this thing started, because I was back home in 2017 and in 2016 in September, and so when I came back, these things, the crisis started. Then I was trying to apply for a visa for somebody. So I called the French embassy. Listen, I called the French embassy. Then I carried out a research and got the number. That's why I called the French embassy. It was the ambassador of the French embassy who picked up the phone, a lady. And she spoke to me in English. And she told me that I'm calling the wrong number. She gave me the right number to call the embassy directly. And so when I called the embassy, it was a lady who picked it up. A lady who's supposed to be my sister. That is a Cameroon, a La Republic citizen. When she answered the phone, I spoke to her in English. Did you know what she said? She said, "Moi, je ne comprends pas votre anglais là." I said, okay, thank you. During this crisis. And so these are some of the things that are radicalizing our people.
Exactly.
You understand? I'm respecting you, but you do not respect me. It's about respect. It's about respect. If you want us to be together, Sandy, if you want to be in a relationship with anybody and the person is not respecting you, the person thinks that they have control over you to tell you what to do, what to eat, and how to live your life, are you going to be in that relationship? Because to me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care much about the history. The history is important. I don't care about the UN resolutions because that organization is a hypocritical organization. I don't care about all those things. I care about the day-to-day life between you and I. How is that relationship? And it is that same arrogance that they have taken into this war. They don't want to listen. They don't want to learn. They have seen pictures. They are saying it's fake. They are seeing how they are killing their people, but they are still insisting that it's fake. Why? Because they are living in denial.
Let me come in a little bit here, Jojo. Let me come in a little bit here. You know, I want to say this, and I will say it, in French, so that Sandy has. My French is not that good, but I will say it in French so that some of you, the La République citizens, should understand. You, the La République citizens, moi je vais vous dire la vérité. Vous nous avez montré que nous n'avons pas votre frère. Oui, parce que votre armée nous tuait dans notre zone. Vous êtes là-bas, vous nous appelez les terroristes. Vous nous appelez les Ambazoniens. Si vous voulez que la guerre finisse aujourd'hui, vous pouvez faire ça. You people can do it. You people can radicalize yourselves. You can go to the streets and say, we want this war. Our brothers, they are killing our brothers. But you have refused because you look at us as ants. You see us as nobody. You have made us to understand that we are not part of you. We have decided to understand that and to be honest, to speak the honest truth. There are some of us now who don't even like to sit where your citizens sit because we don't like that. I for one, I don't like that French language anymore because you guys have not made us to understand that you are our brothers. We sit even in a discussion here in the diaspora, you will still call us terrorists. You don't feel our pains. You don't feel what we are going through. Nous n'avons pas les terroristes. We are not terrorists and we will never be terrorists. We are fighting for our rights. C'est votre président. C'est votre président qui est terroriste parce que c'est lui qui a déclaré la guerre contre nous. We started with stones, with peace plans. We were moving with peace plans. We came out on the 22nd of September 2017 with peace plans, shouting, we want freedom, we want freedom. Your president decided to give us freedom by gun. We have accepted the guns. We are in the battlefront. Let us face it. Who is running now? Who is crying? You people are talking about negotiations. When we see people talking about negotiations, we will not beg for negotiations. La Republic will beg for that negotiations.
And the time is coming. Let me run out because I'm about to start work.
Now, we have the powers right now to withstand La Republic. We can stand La Republic for the next 50 years. They should know that every day we train our boys. We will open it now here. We train them. We give them the right training. That is why they have developed. You don't know where the training is taking place. You will never know. You will do whatever you want to do. You will never get. They are getting higher and higher every day. The boys
and you can see it by the pictures that are coming through. You can see the level of organization on the ground. You can see how they are positioning themselves on the field. You can tell that this is no longer the boys that were running everywhere like headless chicken. They have a level of training now. They have a level of weaponry. They are ready and they are willing. And this is key for La Republique and Mr. Biya to know that he can never. He's running out of time. He's running out of money. This is the
what you're seeing, the picture that you're seeing, it's just a taste of what is about to happen. It's just a test. We're just testing. That's just testing. We haven't started yet. We are waiting for them to start coming in the air. We'll blow them off. We'll scatter them. They'll return in bats.
Let me conclude. I will leave Jojo and Comrade Joe Pacho to continue. General Sandy Boston, I want to take this opportunity again to thank you. Je veux te remercier. Et je veux faire le shout-out à JP Rémy Ngono. C'est un combattant résilient. Max Signor Ivoire, c'est un combattant résilient. Calibro, c'est un fille machin. Bientôt, nous allons lui donner le grade de fille machin. Il faut qu'elle travaille beaucoup. Parce que c'est nous, maintenant, qui donnons le grade de fille machin aux gens, aux patriotes. Pas les connards comme les Zogo. Avec les Amer. Son nom même là, c'est comme un nom d'un Zikoma. Bon, pour shooter, parce que je vais laisser le forum à mes véliantes camarades Jojo avec Don Pacho. Je vous avais dit dès le début que nous, les Ambazoniens, nous sommes des gens sereins. Nous sommes tolérants, persévérants et nous aimons les êtres humains. C'est comme ça que Dieu nous a créés. Mais la personne que vous voyez aujourd'hui, ou bien le monstre que vous voyez aujourd'hui, c'est ce monstre que Bim Vondo Bartholomew a créé. Et il faut qu'il assume tout ce qu'il va voir dès maintenant. Il faut qu'il assume. Ce n'est pas moi qui a créé ce monstre, c'est lui. Ils sont en train de dire, de nous appeler tout genre de noms. Comme Don Pacho disait avec Jojo, les Ambazoniens et tous les consorts. On s'en fout de ces noms. C'est nous. Les militaires qui ont commencé avec le Ndomondomo, aujourd'hui, ils sont avec le calibre 12. Ils sont avec le AK-47. Ils sont avec le RPG. Ils ont le mastery de AID. Les bombes explosives. Je vous ai donné le défi qu'un général camerounais de la République, il nous montre s'il peut même fabriquer des balles. Mais nos militaires, nos frères qui sont de diaspora, qui sont rentrés pour éduquer, pour former les frères, les enfants, comment faire des explosifs, comment faire des armes. Vous n'avez même pas encore tout vu. On attend vos petits avions que vous avez comme ça pour passer dans notre frontière. on va laguer ça un à un. Et on ne va pas rester seulement ambazonien. Hein. Ça, c'est un confidentiel que vous dit. La guerre ne va pas rester en Ambazonie. Il y aura des moments que cette guerre va traverser hors de frontières. Ça va entrer chez vous. Il faut que vous attendez. Tant que nos parents sont en train de mourir, tant que nos frères sont en train de mourir, nos enfants, on viole nos enfants, on viole nos sœurs, tant qu'ils sont en train de violer nos familles, ça, il y aura un moment que Yaoundé ne va plus contenir. Yaoundé va commencer à transpirer fort parce que Ayabachu Lucas a l'habitude de dire we are going to make you bleed, we are going to bleed you, we are going to bleed la République. Je vous ai dit, et je vais répéter encore, c'est maintenant que la danse de Smungene, the masquerade dance, this is the time the Ambazonians are fighting that fight. La danse de Smungene commence. Phil Machano Piti vous a déjà appris. Et je dis aussi aux généraux de la République du Cameroun, c'est dommage que vous n'avez même pas de généraux parce que vous avez vu pendant 4 ans, ils n'ont pas pu contenir les petits enfants qui ont commencé avec le Domondomo. Ils se disent qu'ils sont formés à l'Israël, ils sont formés à Paris, des bidons. Nous avons des vrais formateurs qui sont formés au British Navy. Nous avons des vrais formateurs qui sont formés aux États-Unis d'Amérique, qui ont les meilleures formations. Les gens qui ont fait la Syrie, les gens qui ont fait les gens qui ont fait la Cambodge, les vrais militaires. Nous avons les colonels qui sont en Russie, les Bawa. Toutes ces personnes ne pouvaient pas voir l'ennemi venir brûler les villages. Les villages sont toutes ces personnes que je vous dis comme ça. Et tous ont vu comment les militaires ont brûlé les villages. C'est la raison pour laquelle ils ont décidé, ils ne sont pas les politiciens, ils ont décidé de payer les agents. Ce n'est pas nous qui payons cette guerre. Et même là, ils ont de l'argent, ils ont dit qu'ils vont financer, former. Il y aura des moments qu'on va même commencer à infiltrer les billes. On va envoyer les enfants pour faire le recrutement de billes. Les billes vont former nos frères ambazoniens. Ce moment arrive, il faut que les billes commencent à se prêter. Et quand ils vont former nos enfants, ils vont infiltrer et c'est là où on va les détruire. Bon, je vous remercie beaucoup pour cette opportunité et on va encore avoir l'opportunité de parler encore dans ce sujet. Merci beaucoup, Général Sandy Boston.
Thank you very much. Merci Kingsley pour ta disponibilité. Kingsley s'en va au travail, mais il a trouvé le temps de nous parler pendant plus d'1 heure de temps. Merci Kingsley. Et merci à Jojo, merci à Don Pacho. Thank you so very much, guys, because for the first time ever, we have Ambazonians on a Francophone platform talking about the issues of Ambazonia with an open heart. So we thank you so much for this program that you guys have initiated and led through and through. And we hope that there will be some more. We will work towards some more so that we start educating people in Cameroon on what is going on in Ambazonia and what will happen if they do nothing, because this is a warning. Anyway, thank you so much and have a good night at work.
Yes, thank you. You can continue with Don Pacho, and I think that he got a lot to say about SCAF and other things, please.
No problem. We will open the lines. If you guys don't mind, you tell me when you're ready to open the lines, because tonight we have prepared to take a few questions. If you guys are ready to answer, that will
yes,
be
no,
great.
we are ready to answer as my brother is exiting. We are here as Southern Cameroon's Ambazonian Activist Front. So we represent an organization well organized with a chairman whom I think every Ambazonian knows him. He is the father of the Ambazonian activists. We call him Mark Barata. And SCAF has been existing now for close to 4 years. And we have been doing a lot. Many people look at the Ambazonian revolution. They think the Ambazonian people, we are divided. No, we might be divided in our ideology quest, but we have one goal that all of us want to achieve, and that goal is Ambazonian total and unconditional independence. We are not going to debate that with anybody. We are not going to ask anybody. We are going to get it because that is our target. La République du Cameroon has proven to us for the past 48 years that we have been with them, that we, the people of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonia, we are not their brothers. We have not been their brothers. Like I said before, my dear sister, I call you a sister. Why? Because you feel our pains. You are always there trying to fight, to talk about the Ambazonian War of Independence. But many, 90 to 95% of the citizens of La République du Cameroon, it baffles me that even journalists will sit and try to sabotage an ideology. You cannot fight an ideology with guns. You can never fight an ideology with guns. Those guns will continue to upgrade every day. We see it. You people see it. All those videos that La République du Cameroon are showing you guys over their CRO TV, their so-called national TV stations, those are videos of 2018, 2017. The videos of 2019, 2020, 2021, they can never show you guys because they are being defeated. They are being defeated. They are being killed every day on the battlefront. Your citizens, I mourn for those mothers. I mourn for those wives. I mourn for those children that they have been, their fathers, their children, their husbands are being killed every day in Ambazonia. And you sit quiet and you are clapping for Paul Biya. Paul Biya is un bon président. Un bon président où? Un bon président qui a fait plus de 40 ans au pouvoir. Et vous êtes là-bas, vous mangez votre poisson baissé et boivez votre bière, vous restez que Cameroun, c'est un bon pays. La vie, ce n'est pas pour manger, pour boire. Look at Rwanda. Look at Rwanda of yesterday. Rwanda is comparing with most countries in Europe. We, the people of Ambazonia, that is the ideology that we have. That is our vision. Because we are fighting to make Ambazonia look. Many people look at us that we are fighting because we have oil, because we have natural resources. No, we are not fighting for that. Only our manpower. The people of Ambazonia, we are well educated. Only our manpower, and it's enough for us to build Ambazonia. Look at the Naira 10. Look at our leaders that are in jail. There is no little person there. All of them, 9 of them, they are IT technicians, they are engineers, they are lawyers, and they are teachers. That is already to tell you that they have our manpower in their dungeons. We have nothing to be scared of. President Sisiku is there with them. He told them, he wrote in his letter, when the 10 of them signed, they said it is either freedom or resistance forever. He is ready to die for the people of Southern Cameroon. And let us be clear to you people here. Some of us might be talking and you think because we are in the diaspora, we are pushing others to die. Nobody is pushing anybody to go and die. Even us, the young people in the diaspora, we are also preparing. You don't know the training camps that we are going to. You don't know the education that we are going to. We are preparing because there will be a time that you will see also this face on the ground holding those guns. We are not going to give up. We will never, ever give up. The time is now. We will not pass this battle to our next generation. Our forefathers struggled, they did not succeed. But we, the never again generation, we are going to continue. we are going to fight and fight and fight. Our children will reap the benefits of our fight. They will reap the success of our fight. Let La Republique don't fool its citizens. You, the citizens of La Republique, stand up. Stand up and take your own destiny into your hands and fight for your freedom. We are never going to give up.
So, in the meantime, as we were talking about what's going on in Ground Zero before Jojo, and certainly we will also open the lines because we have like half an hour left of a program. Can the technician put that video of General Nopiti facing the army of Mr. Biya?
Bambo Fadé!
Ubanda!
Aya Shinaramo!
Yambambo!
Bambo Fadé!
Stop noise, man. I want to eat Chris. They said they want to run the
Those are the four you detect now. Aya Shinaramo!
Ubanda! Non, je suis quoi, va pas. Je suis quoi, va pas. Shoot for back! What up, no! What up, no! What up, no! On a ça, on a deux!
Ok, on doit prendre David,
Thank you, merci. C'était quelques images de la dernière, enfin, l'avant-dernière bataille du général Nopiti contre les forces du Bir. Et comme vous avez pu le constater, les forces sont égales et même peut-être supérieures du côté de l'Ambazonie sur le terrain. Vous avez entendu les magazine rounds. Ce n'est plus les pète-pètes. Les gars sont prêts. et vous entendez les combattants qui sont présents sur le plateau aujourd'hui, ils sont prêts. Ils sont prêts et ils vont se battre. Ce sont des soldats que vous avez aujourd'hui sur ce plateau. Ils vous ont dit qu'ils sont prêts à descendre sur le terrain s'il le faut. D'ailleurs, il y a des combattants qui sont sur le terrain en train d'entraîner ces enfants. Ce n'est plus de la rigolade. Nous devons tout faire pour arrêter cette guerre et nous savons que ce n'est pas l'Ambazonie qui va demander le cessez-le-feu parce qu'ils ont la main haute en ce moment. Ce n'est pas, it is not Ambazonia that's going to ask for peace talk because they have the firepower to march on the ground. So, if we are really conscious about what's going on, we need to do our utmost to make this war stop. And this is why we are here today. So we will open the line. Do you have anything to add before we open the lines, or you're ready to take phone calls now?
Let me just highlight some of the things that Don Pashu said. I mean, you see those pictures, some of those guns were bought from the beast, and some of them were seized from them, and some of them they come and give us their guns, so that will give them a free pass to go to Ghana and to Nigeria. You see, we take the guns from them, we buy from them, then some come and give the guns for free. That is the level at which we've arrived. And there's no turning back. And if all bad things, because the other time he sent one of his ministers, Atanganji, to say they have monopoly over violence. No, they don't have monopoly over violence. You see, by nature, I'm a very, very quiet person for those who know me. Baby has managed to radicalize me. If I see him, I'll eat him raw. If he has guts, if he has the balls, he should go down to Bamenda. Remember last time he said he was going to Goya before the campaign, the presidential election campaign. Why did he go? We were waiting for him. We were waiting for him. We are going to operate him. We are going to operate. He hasn't even got used. I'm only pitying. I just have pity for those young boys who are suffering and killing and dying to protect the Bulu Beti dynasty. Now they are preparing Frangbia. And you people are sitting there watching. Are we in a kingdom? Rise up and fight for your right. There is nowhere in the world where people get freedom. You fight for it. America today is one of the greatest countries. Why? They fought for their freedom. They fought for their freedom. I don't care whether you call me Biafrans. When you used to call all Biafrans, I used to be angry, but now I'm happy. Whether you call me terrorist, you call me what, I don't care. They used to call Mandela terrorist. But what happened? After that, they gave him a Nobel Peace Prize. That's the same thing that's happening. There is fooling you that there is one indivisible Cameroon. We had that story in Sudan. We had that same story in Eritrea. We had the same story in Somaliland. Where are those countries today? There are two. There have never been one Cameroon. It has always been two. And until you acknowledge the fact that there are two Cameroons and get into the negotiation table and discuss with us as partners, as equals, you never know peace. You always stop fooling yourself. My regular job is from 8 to 4, but I'm doing an extra job to form the boys on ground zero. I'll ensure that they have the latest weapon that they can have. We use whatever means that we can use to defend ourselves. Even if it means to poison them, we poison them. Only cowards. You see, when the fighters kill them, they get frustrated and attack civilians. You never see Amber boys attack a francophone inside Amber land. Even though there are many francophones living within Amber land, we'll never attack them because we are not cowards.
Cameroon citizens, call them La République, not francophones. Yes. La République citizens.
Yeah, La République citizens inside Ambazonia. We don't attack them because we are not cowards. We don't attack people who are not fighting. We attack only people who have guns. They are the ones attacking people who are not fighting, killing babies in bed. And you see this, some of you celebrate. There was one time I was watching this man. The man was on TV. If a La République citizen, he was on TV. Listen to what he said. He said he was holding a beer and he said, même on tue les Ambazoniens, ça ne va pas m'empêcher de boire ma bière.
That's normal.
Yes, and there were people behind him, clapping, because they're deceiving you. They're talking of territorial integrity. We too have a right to defend our territorial integrity. Go back, you will see those borders. The borders.
Okay. Don Pacho, there's a question coming in for you.
Okay.
I put you. You can ask the question. Introduce yourself and ask the question, please.
Yes, Don Pacho, I want to ask you just one question.
First of all, who are you?
I'm Chenyu.
Okay.
Yes. First of all, this struggle did not start today. It started long ago, and there have been activists, and he just called someone the father of all activists. So I don't understand Mark Barata. I was confused. So I just want him to clear that. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your question. Yes, we recognize all other activists in the days of the Cho Ayabas, in the days of the Beneza Kwangas, in the days of even late Pa Molanjo Litumbe. All of them, they were activists at that time. But their activism did not reach the grassroots to the level in which when Mark Barata, Tapang Ivo, we used to call them Tom and Jerry, they took over and did what those people did not do. At times, when a child grows and reaches a level, the father will crown him his successor, even when he has not yet died. So the people of Ambazonia, the activists of Ambazonia, we crowned Mark Barata as the father of all activists because he did and is still doing what most activists are not doing. I believe among all of us, the activists, Mark Barata is the only one who has a website in which he runs only Ambazonian news and Ambazonian information. The other activists, majority don't even know why they are working or doing the activism for Southern Cameroons. They think the war is against each other. They think the war is fighting for leadership. This war is against La République du Cameroun, and we are going to tackle La République du Cameroun. We have given up against ourselves, and we are now focused. We are faced only with La République du Cameroun. If you have a question, let us tackle the question of what are we going to do to La République du Cameroun, because that is our focus. How can we defeat La République du Cameroun, because we are already defeating them. I think I answered your question.
Thank you so much, Don Pacho. I have a Nelson here from the United States who wants to ask a question. Over to you, Nelson.
Yes, thank you for picking my call. I just want to contribute something because I have been hearing it's like you people want to come out with solutions to end the war. The war is just like an illness. When you are sick, you go to the hospital. The first thing you need to do is to do proper diagnosis. Yes, this war, the United Nations and the whole world, they have been calling on the warring factions. Warring factions means that we have the La République de Bees, the military of La République commanded by Paul Biya. They are the ones fighting. And on the other side, we have Ambazonian Restoration Forces commanded by the Ambazonian president, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako. He is the one. Because the war is, let's forget about all those people who pose themselves to be leaders and whatsoever. The warring faction, those who are fighting are the military commanded by Paul Biya, and those who are also fighting on the other side are the Ambazonian Restoration Forces. The president and the commander-in-chief of those forces is Samuel Sako, Dr. Samuel Sako. So we cannot be pretending in Cameroon or in Africa that we want to solve a problem, and yet we cannot diagnose it. We cannot know who are the real persons involved. Let me tell you something. I heard some people try to talk about Siseko and Yuktabi. Yes, That is the former president of Ambazonian, who was impeached and leadership has changed. It transformed. It started with Tassan Wilfred. It went to Seseko. Now it is Dr. Samuel Saku. These are the people who are fighting and they are requesting the La Republic government to meet them for Swiss talks, Swiss mediation. They have to go talk on the Swiss table. Ayub Tabe was an impeached leader and he said he is against war. He doesn't want war. He endorsed La Republic National Dialogue and the outcome of the National Dialogue failed. They say they are for federation and whatsoever. You can go and do the findings by contacting the various groups that are fighting on the ground. You know the Bui Warriors, you know the Red Dragons, you know the Babu 7 Kata, you know who is the one commanding those people, who is the one calling for lockdown and ghost town, who is the one calling for school boycott. That is what we call the Ambazonian interim government, and the president is Dr. Samuel Saku. So we cannot be beating around, because this is why the white man is laughing at us. The white man is laughing at us because we, the black people, we keep doing certain things, thinking that we are going to come out with a right solution. You have to do the proper diagnosis. Who controls the restoration forces that are fighting on the ground? We warriors, I heard you just showed General Nopi today and the rest. Ask them who is commanding them. That is the person you guys need to contact. Ask Michel Dienton. Go and ask even Gilbert Rimingono. All those kind of gens. Bon, la suppose entre les militaires de la République du Cameroun commandés par Pompia, entre les Ambazonian Restoration Forces et leur chef, leur leader, leur président, c'est son excellence Samuel Saku. Bon, nous, on a déjà déclaré que bon, il faut que le Cameroun nous trouve en Suisse, pour les Swiss talks. On a rien à faire avec le National Dialogue. Le Cameroun a eu son indépendance le 1er janvier 1960. Southern Cameroun n'était pas avec eux. Southern Cameroun a eu sa part de l'indépendance le 1er octobre 1961. Bon, il n'y a pas de traité d'union entre les deux pays. Il y a la frontière, les frontières internationales qui existent maintenant au niveau de Matazem et à Modica. Ça, c'est ça le problème, c'est ça la vérité. C'est même pas bien aussi affirmé en France qu'il a tenté à assimiler les Southern Cameroun to no avail. We don't hate La République, but we hate La République policies of annexation. Yes, we have never been part of La République. Cameroon ratified the African Union Charter. The African Union Charter prescribes the boundaries of Cameroon. The African Union Constitutive Act, which says that the countries should respect their boundaries as they obtain per the day of independence. La République is a signatory to it, and that is why it gave Cameroon government too much. The United Nations gave Cameroon government too much. One map belonging to the Republic of Cameroon, and the other map that of Southern Cameroon.
Nelson,
yes?
I am sorry. You were supposed to ask a question, my lovely, and you made your point. Is it okay to just round up in one sentence, because there's many people that are trying to call?
Okay, let me ask a question to you. When did Cameroon obtain her independence?
Are you asking the question to myself or to the people on to the my guests on the panel?
Okay, everybody. When did Cameroon obtain her independence? Was Southern Cameroon's part of it? And then, who is the one controlling the restoration forces that are fighting on the ground now? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you, Sandy. Let me just come in a little bit and highlight some few things that he's saying. You know, there is a problem with us Ambazonians. We don't even know where and when to talk. That is the problem that Ambazonians are facing. I don't want to enter into his dirty politics, but I want to say that it is very saddening, it is very disheartening that Ambazonians, even in a platform that we are talking about facing an enemy, a bullock, a nincompoop will come up to make useless and unfounded claims, trying to portray somebody that he is a president. We are not here to talk about who is a president. We are not here to talk about who is the leader of Ambazonian struggle. Everybody, even you, Comrade Sandy Boston, you are and you can testify to us, everybody, that no leader in any war has ever been abandoned in jail or ever been impeached in jail. So when you listen, that is the problem, that when we say we crown Mark Barata, the father of all activists, it is because he stood firm, he stood resolute to make sure that he gives Ambazonia and Ambazonians the right education. When activists like Nelson Uchemba, who calls himself UN, comes up, instead of giving education and talking to La République du Cameroon, who is our enemy, he is trying to portray, are we fighting for leadership? We are not fighting for leadership. Trying to say Sisiko Ayuk Tabe endorsed whatsoever national dialogue in La République du Cameroon, which are all lies, unfounded. If you ask him to produce where President Sisiko Ayuk Tabe endorsed that, he will never. These are the manipulations. These are the things that make some of us at times to look at them as people who don't even know why they are in this war of independence. The war of independence is against La République du Cameroon. We don't care who is a president. What we fight for, we are fighting for total and unconditional independence for the people of Southern Cameroon. So you can be singing, who is your leader? You can be singing, who is your president? We, the people of Southern Cameroon, we want freedom. We don't care who gives us that freedom. We want freedom, and freedom is what we want. So Nelson Uchemba, take your grievances to your so-called groups or your so-called president and keep it there. We, the people of Ambazonia, we are talking against La République du Cameroon, and we want freedom. We don't care who will give us that freedom. Comrade Jojo, I think you want to come in.
Yeah, thank you very much. You've said everything. You just summarized everything. But what I just want to add is that, like you said, we are not here to talk about who is leader or who is not leader. We are here to talk about the impact that we are causing, the havoc that we are causing on the troops of La République du Cameroon. Those miserable boys who are being sent there to be killed. And again, see, these are the type of things that you see, Sandy, let me just bring out this one. I just want everybody to understand that, like in every, before Kingsley left, he said we are trying to infiltrate the camps of the beasts so that they'll be sending us intelligence. We've already started that. People like Conda Titus is giving us information. Forget about that thing that he's doing. He's giving us information. He's working with us. Even Atanganji, because some of the things that he's doing it is in our table. And so I'm saying all this to say that La République has also succeeded in infiltrating our camp. And that is why you hear people like that come and say things and trying to project some order to give the impression that we are divided. In every revolution, in every movement, there is one leader. But there are also leaders. And we have a leader in jail. That one, we're not going to debate that. We have a leader in jail. Any other person is a leader. Acknowledge Sako, acknowledge Ayabacho, acknowledge Akwanga, acknowledge Bohebet, but we have a leader. And so we are not going to debate on that. And we are here to ensure that you protect our leader, because you must protect your leader. And that is why I like you, because you protect Kamto. You don't fight over Kamto, you protect Kamto, you protect Kamto. When Kamto was in jail, you people fought, you demonstrated for Kamto to be taken out of jail. That is what should be done. That is what should be done. And that is what any sensible person should do. And any person who is trying to come and say, fabricate stories and say somebody has endorsed a national dialogue or this has, somebody is the one controlling. If you want to control, go on ground zero. Don Pacho just said here that he's preparing to go down to ground zero. If you want to control, go down to ground zero. For me, if you ask me my president, I will tell you my president and all those who are fighting, those who have put their life on the line. I respect the diaspora leadership. I respect what they're doing in the area of diplomacy to ensure that we have dialogue, because at the end of the day, we must sit on the negotiation table and talk. While the leaders in the diaspora are fighting to ensure that There is a platform that is created for us to sit and discuss. The fighters on the ground are inflicting pains on the miserable and ill-trained soldiers of La Republic du Cameroon.
Thank you very much, guys, for those answers. I have another caller on the phone, and I'll put him live. You can go live now. Introduce yourself and ask a question. 2 minutes, please.
Well, they call me Uncle B. I'm not asking a question. I just want to do a contribution.
Okay, 2 minutes.
You see, Sandy. I thank you very much for your stance. And before coming to watch you and my brethren today do the show, I watched another sister who was talking about another Francophone sister who was talking about the way they are killing La Republic soldiers. And one question I asked her is, where was she when they were killing our people 2017, 2018, 2019? The topic of your show today is very clear. But I will advise you, Sandy, my dear sister from across the Mongo, to do one thing, to do your best. Not only ask your people from the Republic to raise up, but to try to educate them. Let them know, because so many of them in their 50s, in their 40s, in their 30s, in their 20s, they don't know that Southern Cameroon, Onoso, was a country of its own. They don't know that we are a different people. The moment they start to know that, they will start to know why we are fighting. They will start to ask questions to the leaders. Why are you calling this for part of us? We voted to join you people in a federated system. Look across the world. All federations, when they are dealt with, the people, they go their separate paths. Why can't you people educate yourself that we had a federation, and after the federation, everybody has to go its own way? Please, my sister Sandy, that should be your education as from today. To let the people know that Southern Cameroon was not assimilated. We came to join you people. And to let the people know that Southern Cameroon was a country on its own. Noso or Northwest, Southwest are not small regions like provinces in the Republic of Cameroon. They divided us in order to rule us. And that is what the people should know. The people should know that we have a different mentality. When I brought my son, who was 4 years old in Cameroon, he did not accept to stay in Douala because Douala was smelling. He wanted to be in Boy, wanted to be in Bamenda because we have a different nature. We have a different way. Talking about your leader, Kamto, he is not even man enough to talk to his people that Southern Cameroon was a nation on its own. He is not even man enough to accept that fact. And then, if he comes to rule the Republic of Cameroon, it will be the same thing. He will be a dictator to same like Bia, because France will still be controlling him. Let Southern people of the Republic of Cameroon know one thing today. Freedom for Southern Cameroon is freedom for la République du Cameroun. Je vous dis encore, la libération de Cameroun oriental, c'est aussi la libération de la République du Cameroun. Parce que les gens qui avaient combattu pour votre indépendance ne sont plus en vie. La France et votre parent les avaient massacrés. Alors, il faut se lever aujourd'hui pour être indépendant. Comme nous, les Ambazoniens, c'est un groupe qui vous donne. Ça, c'est une très, très bonne concept pour vous. Lève-vous, combattez pour votre indépendance et laissez-nous aller de notre côté. Parce qu'on n'a rien à foutre avec vous. C'est tout ce que je vous dis. Cessez d'envoyer vos enfants qui peuvent mourir dans notre territoire parce qu'on n'a rien à foutre avec vous. C'est tout ce que je peux dire. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, everybody. We'll get a nice evening.
Thank you very much. And advice taken. I must admit, and you are completely right, that we have a duty of education of our people, mostly the French-speaking people who are not even aware of their own story, let alone the story of Southern Cameroons. And this is true. It is true that Southern Cameroons were coerced into federalism that was a lie from day one. And we have to tell people the truth.
Yeah, exactly. It's true, but how did you know that truth? Because you carry out your research. There are some people who are living in denial. They don't want to carry out their own research. Personally, I didn't even know much about our history, but I carried out research because I wanted to find out. There are citizens of La Republic, they don't want to know the truth. They are living in denial, and living in denial is not going to help them in any way. And it is that living in denial that has caused us to go, because we are already gone. It's just a matter of time. We're already gone.
Thank you very much. I have another caller on the phone now. Introduce yourself and ask your question, please.
Yes, Madam Sandy, General Sandy, good evening. And good evening to Joshua and Comrade Don Pasho. And I want to give a good thank you to Comrade Kingsley Ebong that did a wonderful job before leaving. So, as I said, I am an activist myself from Southern Cameroon Activist Front, SCAF, and I'm CETTE. I wish to make a contribution. You are doing a great job, a very great job. But I want to say that we are fighting for our liberation. And there is no way we can go away without this liberation. Let me give you the signs. First, you could see that yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. That is another poor calculation from Nigeria. Nigeria in the coming days is going to go into turmoil and into war just because of the insecurity that will come due to this arrest. It gives us an advantage. The second prediction I'm giving you today is that La République du Cameroun does not have a successor, but it has a living ancestor in the name of Paul Biya. If you know about a man, anybody in the old people's homes in Europe where you are, then you will understand that that man that is there is not ruling the country, but other people. But think about what will happen in Cameroon when this man dies. And what is the legacy Paul Biya is living? When you lead a country for more than 36 years and you are living it without a successor, living it to a Senate president that is already dead before him. So it means that the military is going to be on the streets and the people are going to suffer. So that is why I am thinking that the activists from La République du Cameroun have a lot of work to do. Before telling you about the work you have to do, I want to say, take for example that Cameroon gets into war now. Who takes the advantage? And you will see that we are just going into our freedom without any much strain. These things have been planned by God. And that is why it is called a God-ordained revolution. But people like you could help Cameroon to let Cameroonians come out of slumber. Cameroonians, I don't know if they have drunk all their brains into beer, and into brasseries, and into Guinness. That they are seeing their country going into mud, going into turmoil, and they are not rising up. That is the difference between activists of La République du Cameroun, which have a larger audience, and activists like Marc Barata. Marc Barata, when he came up as an activist, was trying to be a reformer, making people to believe. He created believers, people who never thought about independence of Ambazonian, people who could not even call the name Ambazonian or talk about independence. Even those who thought they were federalists began to believe. So as an activist, it is not only to talk about a problem, but your ability to convince other people to follow. Now the mothers, the fathers, the children in Ambazonia, bush fallers alike, everybody is a believer in the liberation struggle of Ambazonia. And that is what I want you people and all the big voices in French La République du Cameroon to begin to make some uprising, to make the people rise, like we made the people to rise in October to declare our independence, like we rose like one person in September 2016 to say that no, these things have to stop with peace plans. So if you people can cause an uprising all around the place to believe and know that there is no future, and make the people believe that these loans they are taking is indebting you and future generations, then we know we have begun we are now beginning to carry out activism. I'm not saying what you're doing is not enough, but I think you can do more. So thank you for what you are doing to come out amongst the many and the thousands and millions of French Cameroon who only think about eating bread and sardine, and to begin to think that something is wrong with Cameroon and needs to be fixed. If they think they will be free, they are fine, then let them watch and see that the problems we faced, that our homes were burnt, problems we didn't have what to eat, and we came there to seek for refuge, then where will they go when the military will be on their streets? Because suffering is on the way. That is a warning of today. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you, my great activists there. Let's continue, for the war has just begun. We are not more resisting. When we started in 2016, we said resistance forever. If injustice becomes law, then resistance
becomes a duty. Thank you very much for your call. There's another person on the line.
Thank you. Let me come in a little bit to say something here. Listen, the citizens of La République du Cameroon, you need to understand that if Ambazonian, that is just like Douala and Yaoundé, can rise up against La République military, can rise up against the military of your country, and they are beating them. Why can't you people rise up? You people think only about food. Vous, les citoyens de la République, vous aimez trop le boisson, vous aimez trop la nourriture, poisson braisé. Levez-vous, levez-vous. Ce n'est pas la paix. La paix n'existe pas sans justice. La paix n'existe pas sans justice. There will never be peace without justice. You people must rise up as citizens. Today they are talking about Frambia to lead you people. Is Cameroon a monarchy or a kingdom that you will sit? And they are saying it every day. You are there watching. You go and you watch your TV, and the next day you are there in the bar, you're drinking. And when they kill Ambazonians, not even the Ambazonian restoration fighters, not our liberation fighters, you people are there, you are clapping. They killed a child, l'enfant, the weak one. You are clapping. What are you guys thinking?
Then when they burn their flag, they go out to demonstrate.
They burn your flags.
That's how dumb they are.
They burn your flag, a piece of paper, a piece of cloth. You go out to the streets to protest that Ambazonians are burning your flag. Are you guys normal? Are you guys for real?
I have burned the damn thing here on my table and burned my table with it. And I will burn it every time I feel like doing it. I have somebody on the line. Just one. Oh la la. There's so many people trying to call. All right.
Can I comment on somebody? I just read a comment from somebody that I think I just want to comment on it.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Because I just read a comment. Somebody saying that that I should speak in French. Speaking in English is part of the resistance. That is what you have to know, first of all. That is part of my resistance. I won't speak in French. I will speak in French. Secondly, I know that more than 70% of La Republic citizens, they understand and speak English. Even those that are living back home, because there are many La Republic citizens in UB. And they're in UB because they meet the language requirement to be admitted in UB. So La Republic, it is, I'll give you an assignment. First of all, English is like a commercial language. It is a world language. If you want to make your country prosperous, you need to learn to understand English. French is a language that is spoken only by those few countries in Africa and France. And like most of you know, France, c'est un pubelle. There's nothing in France.
Yeah.
There's nothing in France. So we don't, that is why African countries are what they are today, because France is depending on the African countries. Mitterrand himself said it, that to be honest with you, if we take out Africa, France will be reduced to a third world country. So people shouldn't be hanging on French. That is what is killing you. When we were back home, there were a lot of La Republic citizens who were attending schools attending our schools. So you people understand English. And if you don't understand English, it's your problem. It is not my problem. Yes, so I'm not going to speak in French. I will continue to speak in English. Speaking English is part of my response.
Sorry? Hello. Just 1 second. Okay, we have one caller here. Can you introduce yourself and speak for 2 minutes, please?
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Hello, you are live now. We are hearing you.
Yes. What I want to ask to my brother is this.
What's your name, my lovely? What's your name?
My name is Sheikh.
Okay. And your question?
Yes. What I would like to know, when I may call myself one activist, but I come from the Western region. I've grown in the Northwest, precisely from Kumbu. So I would like to know from my brother, please, if they have to say.
We are listening.
Yes, what I would like to know from my brother what I want to ask from my brother, the other one down, because I'm from shaking.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I will want to ask my brother, because I come from the Western region but grow in the Northwest.
Yeah.
So I would like to know if the separation is going to take place. With the people from the West will be part of the Ambazonians, because I'm also one of the activists. Pardon?
Okay.
So if the separation is going to take place, will the West region be part of the Ambazonian? Because I wish that it will be part of the Ambazonian. Because yes, that's what I want to know from my brother.
Thank you very much for your question, and good evening there, back in Ground Zero. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mom, for all what you are doing for us.
That's all right, my lovely. They'll answer for you.
Okay, let me try to answer his question. He should know that before 1961, the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia had their territorial boundaries. We were a country on our own, and we are restoring our independence that we got on the 1st of October 1961, respecting the boundaries that we had as at 1961. We are not going to move to take any part of La République du Cameroon. We are not going to move to do anything with La République du Cameroon territory, but the citizens of La République du Cameroon that were being born in the territory of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonian with their birth certificates showing that they were being delivered in Southern Cameroon will automatically, as right in the international law, will be citizens of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonian. It is by right and by law in the international community that wherever you are being born, that is where you get your nationality. But going to take any territory from La République du Cameroon, it's a total no, and it is not part and parcel of anything Ambazonian. I don't know if Comrade Jojo has anything to add on that.
Yeah, let me just chip in this. You've said everything, but let me just chip in this. Like you said, we have our territorial boundaries. Those boundaries are still there as we speak. They are still there. That is why at Mongo, you have a custom checkpoint. It is only at the border of two countries that you have custom checkpoint. At Matazem, that is from Bunda to Bamenda, you have another checkpoint. In Lebealem, Chunchang, you have another checkpoint. So if you go there, those pillars are there. So like you said, we are not going to get into Western Province or Littoral to take their territory because our boundaries are recognized internationally. These treaties were drawn way back in 1919 and reaffirmed in 1932. They are recognized by international organizations. So we are not going to do that. Having said that, if the Bamileke, they want to be part of Ambazonia, let them rise up and join the fight and say they want to be part of Ambazonia. Maybe you'll be a third state in Ambazonia. Then on top of that, after our independence, if you were subscribing, if you're a subscriber of our ideology and you want to become a citizen of Ambazonia, you are free. But if you come into Ambazonia, you have to go through the process. It will become a process. You go through that process, and if you are successful, you have Ambazonian nationality. That's all our act. We are not going to continue to fight for La Republic citizen. We fought for the GC board. They gave you your own board. We fought for the University of Boya. They gave you 3 more universities. We fought for multi-partyism. You had 120 parties, and we had only 2, SDF and LDP, Molajo Party. So we are not going to continue to fight for the citizens of La Republic. All we can do is encourage them. If they think that they are not happy with their situation, they should stand up and fight. Don't allow La Republic, don't allow Mr. Biya to establish a Bulu Beti dynasty, because that is what they are about to do. They are, as we speak, they are preparing Frank Biya to take over. If you want Frank Biya, if you want to turn La Republic du Cameroon into a kingdom, and then Biya becomes the lineage that has become the head of the dynasty, okay, good for you.
Thank you very much. We have just passed the 2.5 hours of program. I will take now the last question, because all the fighters, all the activists here have worked hard during the day, and they have graciously accepted in the last minute to take part in this program. And I'm so grateful for their participation. So I will take this last one question, and then we will round up the program, because straight after this program, I have another program to go to. It's a fundraising program for the march in Paris on the 3rd of July. So can you introduce yourself and ask your questions? 2 minutes, please.
Greetings to you, Sandy.
Hello.
Greetings to you, Sandy. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I am Amo Silas. I am a member of the Southern Cameroon Activist Front. I want to thank you very much for this wonderful show that you brought us today. I want to thank Don Pacho. I want to thank Jojo. I want to thank Ebon, who have given enough information that citizens of La Republic to Cameroon, if they are reasonable enough, just this show today will be a warning signal to them. What I want to say, Madam, is that I am not asking a question, but I am giving a contribution, and this is the contribution.
Okay.
A few days, I was watching a video and saw the way the bees were killed. Madam, I wept. Madam, I wept. I am an Ambazonian. I wept. I was not weeping because the bees were being killed, but I was weeping at the ignorance of parents who have allowed their children to go to access to be in the people. That the government of La Republic, I don't know if that is the terrorist government of La Republic, recruit children and send them to go and die in the senseless war. This is just so unbelievable. What kind of ignorance is this? What kind of ignorance is this by La Republic citizens? Is it the system of education? Is it the system of education that kept them just ignorant, that you allow your children to be senselessly killed? I want to tell you something about that. This thing is happening, and I am saying it to La Republic citizens. These things, La Republic, Phobia and his gang of terrorists are sending the children to go and die because when they call for recruitment, people send their children. If people had refused that we will not send our children to left in the army, I believe this war they would have given it a second thought to call for a ceasefire. The thing people's children are always available to be recruited into the army. That is why the war goes on. So this is what they are supposed to do. Parents they should start thinking. They should start thinking, and the only way they will have to stand up and tell us that enough is enough. I don't know, but I know our resistance is that we shall never see friends again. But at the point in time, there are a lot of things they are supposed to know, madam. Let them know these things. And because we want them to know a lot of things, sometimes we are forced to even speak French, even if we do not know how to speak French very well, but we struggle to speak it. And let me give this word to them in French. Je vous dis quelque chose, madame. Dis aux citoyens camerounais que la guerre persiste. La guerre persiste parce que les enfants sont toujours là pour être envoyés à Amazonie. Si les parents des enfants se lèvent aujourd'hui pour dire à la régime terroriste de Phobia que c'est ne plus acceptable que tout prend nos enfants et tout envoie pour qu'il part être tué dans la guerre qui n'était pas même nécessaire. Il faut savoir ça. Si je ne peux plus envoyer cet enfant, la guerre va s'arrêter. Il faut lui dire. Il faut que tous les enfants camerounais savent tout ce qu'on est en train de dire. Ce n'est pas nous qui avons déclaré la guerre. C'est le Phobia. Parce qu'il savait qu'il y a les enfants qu'il va envoyer pour aller mourir. Il faut arrêter ça. Parce que nous crions, même les Ambazoniens, nous crions nous créons tous les enfants qui meurent dans la guerre qui n'étaient pas nécessaires. That is all I have to say, madam. And I believe they will get this information very clearly. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your participation. Last one on ground zero, please. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, while you are receiving the call from ground zero, I will come in to say, listen, my dear people of Southern Cameroon, my dear people of Ambazonian, we the people of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonian, we are very intelligent people. We are so strong. We are so united in such a way that even La Republic is confused. That is why they have paid this guy in the UK called My Country People. He is doing whatsoever he's doing. You people are very intelligent. You know what can come out from Mark Barata's write-ups. You know what can come out from Eric Tato's write-ups. You know what can come out from Cho Ayaba's write-ups. You know what can come out from Don Pasho's write-up. You know what can come out from any of our activist write-ups. You know. So whatever thing that you read that is written Mark Barata, and you know that Mark Barata can never write that thing, it is very easy to get the facts. We are together. You can contact anybody to say, please, can you contact Mark Barata to get if he is the one that did this? Don't share his information. Don't share, because he is doing what La Republic is paying him to do. And to you, the foolish and stupid people of Ambazonia who call themselves blacklegs, my country people is taking his money and he is living fat on his money. And you call yourself blackleg, you go to follow him, he says he's king of blacklegs. You are there on ground zero. You don't have to eat. Instead of you to take your money and feed yourself, you go and put credit, data to watch my country people. You give him views on YouTube, he collects the money and he's living fat. You give him views on Facebook, he collects the money and he's living fat. You are there suffering. And when the Amber Boys get you, to be honest with you, in any war, there is no pity for blacklegs. And if they get you, you go down. There are those who call themselves blacklegs in the diaspora. Let me tell them, you can never do what has never been done in any war. What you people are doing, you are just joking. It has been done in Eritrea. It was being done in South Sudan. It was being done even in the apartheid war in South Africa. But the people rose up. The people were resolute. We, the people of Ambazonia, we are tall. We are resolute. We know our game. We know our focus. So you can continue with your blacklegism. You can do whatever sabotage you want to do to the people of Ambazonia. But note that one day you shall answer for it. That freedom that we are fighting for, it is so close. And when it will come, be rest assured, those of you, we have you on records. We have all of you, and we keep you guys on record. Your legs will never see Ambazonia. A word to a wise is sufficient.
Words of a fighter. So now we have this last person on ground zero. I'll put you live. Can you introduce yourself and speak for 2 minutes, please? Oh dear, connection. Poor guy, he has been. Oh my word.
That is the reason why we are fighting.
Exactly. And
La Republic du Cameroon cannot give people what they need, but they want to claim a normal citizen. I feel pity for the guy who was working, earning 50 euros. 50 euros, what we earn in Europe for hours. He's earning 50 euros per month. Per month. And when he cries and laments, you put him in jail. And the citizens of La République, they say, il a insulté le président. Il a insulté le cul de la mère du président. Il a insulté quoi? Pour Biya, c'est qui qu'on ne peut pas lui insulter? Un terroriste.
That guy who slapped Macron.
Macron, they slap Macron in Europe, in France, slap. You take somebody, you put in jail, and you say because he insulted a president. What president? A president that can walk. A man who cannot even walk, Pobia cannot move anymore. And you people are sitting there.
I'll put you
The
straight
military of La Republic is waiting on you people, the citizens, to start.
All right, guys, I have this guy now. Introduce yourself and talk quickly. Ground Zero, last one.
Yeah, I'm APA from Ground Zero. I have enjoyed the show. I want to make some comments.
Go on.
Okay, now I want to say that when in a revolution like this, there is not the fact that we should hide. There are some truths that they should be classified. Not because somebody is an activist that you think you can just say anything at any time. They are supposed to be classified information. That's the first thing I want to say, and we should be discussed with among leadership, among the leaders. Secondly, I want to also say that what concerns nationality is not because somebody jumped into the territory and was born there that he will be given a nationality. There is, because of this mixed union that has the relationship that has existed between the two countries, there is going to be a committee that will sit down to talk about, is it going to be somebody whose grandfather was born there or the father was born there that will be
Connection.
Okay, let me
Cameroon that born here, but they are not
connection.
Yeah, let me just assure that
sorry, my
brother.
love, the connection.
Yeah, let me assure him, if he's listening, let me assure him that nothing that has been said on this platform is classified. We have classified information. Nobody that will not be said on a platform like this. Everything that has been said on a platform like this is nothing. If you say there's nothing that you can do about it. When we say we are going to blow your plane, there's nothing you can do to stop us from blowing the plane. Just come. The only way you can stop it is for you to stay in La Republic of Cameroon. Because if you come there, the plane will be blown away. So there's nothing that we've said on this platform that is supposed to be classified. So that our brothers should be at peace. There's no secret information that will be shared on this platform. And even for the matter of conduct titles, forget about what conduct titles is doing. Conduct titles is a two-side collapse. He's eating everywhere. He's eating everywhere. He's still helping he's sharing intelligence to some of the activists that we are using to get them, even to get their military. And we will get them. There's no way you can hide. The only way you can hide is for you to tell Biya to stop the war. Because nobody is winning in this war, and nobody is going to win in this war. The only way that they can peace in La Republic is for La Republic to come into a round table for us to talk, to discuss their exit from Amber Land. Not even talk about staying together, because that is not going to happen. In a million years, it's not going to happen. Ambazonian has been born, Ambazonian has come to stay. Nobody's going to change that. Forget about everything that you are listening, that they are deceiving you, that UN has said, UN has that. UN brought us together. What has happened? It's not working. It's not working. We've decided that we are going. UN is not going to stop us. So you should stop deceiving yourself.
General Sandy,
yeah,
I would like to give my last word and leave. I think we have really discussed. First of all, I will thank you very much for giving us this platform. You are doing a marvelous job. You are doing a great job for your people. I just pray and hope that your people see the good work that you are doing. Let them feel what you feel and do the right thing and rise up to stand and take their own destiny into their hands. Just like the people of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonian, we have taken our destiny into our hands. Many of us, like I said before, we are not talking only on social media. Many of us, we are ready. We are doing our personal trainings. We have paid people. We have paid companies that we go We can operate AK-47. We can operate rocket launchers. We can operate everything now. We are combatant ready. There will be a time, like I said, you will see the face in ground zero. We are not scared of La Republic. Let our citizens know that those rhetorics that they are sending to them, telling them that we in the diaspora, we are deceiving them, lies. We are not deceiving them. And for you, who is in the diaspora, don't be scared. Know that you are a combatant. Know that you who give your money, you are a financial soldier. You are a financial combatant. You who are on Facebook, activists, all of us who talk to our people back home, you are playing your own part in any war. They must be communicators. They must be journalists. They must be propagandists. You are soldiers of communication. You are playing your own role as you are supposed to do. And to our gallant soldiers on the ground, I give 21 gun salute to General No Pity. I give it to Tenkobo. I give it to Commando. I give it to Fimasha. I give it to all the generals, to the Liberator. I give it to all of them. They are doing what those who thought they could crush us in 2 weeks never believed we could do it. And if you want, as La Republic citizen, and you love us, you believe in our fight, you want to support us, we have our website. You can visit it, www.bigrubbergun.com. Go there and buy a big rubber gun. Go there and support that rubber gun project. And from there, you will know that we are not joking. Do it. Support us, because like my brother called and said, the freedom of Ambazonia is the freedom, will give freedom to you, the people of La Republic to Cameroon. Stand up and fight. Thank you once again, Sandy. We are always open. We are always ready. Anytime you need us, we will be here.
Thank you. Last words, Jojo.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Sandy, for creating this platform. I'll just urge you to continue to educate your people. I know some of them, they don't want to be educated, but that is your problem. What we are fighting for, we are going to fight until we get what we are fighting for. Nothing is going to stop us. I just want to shout out to all the generals on ground zero. I'm not going to begin to call names here, because if I start calling names, I'll call names from today to tomorrow. So I hail you all, and this includes the civilians also, who are protecting them and providing them with water and intelligence. Our grandma, I just want to say salute you all. Our teachers, I want to say salute you all. The lawyers, I want to say salute you all. I salute all the citizens of Ambazonia and all those who are sympathizers for this project. I also want to seize this opportunity to salute Sisiko Ayok Tabe and Awasum Panga for everybody. I don't want to call names. I want to greet everybody back there in jail. And I also want to seize this opportunity to greet our leaders here in the diaspora, from Ayaba Cho to Yerima, to everybody, Dr. Fontaine, everybody, Chris Anu. I just want to salute everybody for what they're doing. May they continue to do what they are doing, because we are going to resist till we get to Boya. Nobody's going to stop us. You're not going to intimidate us. It's not going to happen. No matter what you do, it's not going to happen. The only way you can intimidate us is to pack and leave. Leave Amberland if you want to. If you don't want to be sent back in backs, leave Amberland, because that is what is going to happen to you. If you don't want to leave, you'll be sent back in backs. But they are deceiving you, because if you look at the names that are being killed, they are only Betty, they are only Bamleke Ambassas, because with Bamleke Ambassas, they used to be Makiza, so they want to use them without experience. They think that they know the place. They don't know the place. We know the place. The Betis and the Bulus and the Etons, they are there eating cassava and bobolo in Sang Malima, and they are sending you out there to go and die for a just cause. Quelle est votre motivation d'aller mourir? Quelle est votre motivation? Dites-moi. Because we are motivated. We want independence. We want freedom. We are fighting to defend our people. What are your own motivations to go and die for an old man? to go and die to sustain a dynasty, a crumbling dynasty in Yaoundé. Thank you very much. We'll be ready to answer your call at any time. Thank you, General Sandy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Alors, en résumé, ce qui a été dit ce soir par ces vaillants combattants ambazoniens qui portent fièrement leur identité, c'est un appel, un cri du cœur pour demander aux francophones, de se lever, prendre leur destin en main, démontrer une fois pour toutes qu'ils sont solidaires du massacre qu'ils ont subi. Et d'ailleurs, qu'en ce moment, ils sont en train de remonter la pente et ils promettent que ce ne sera jamais eux qui demanderont le cessez-le-feu parce qu'ils sont prêts à mener cette guerre pour de longues années s'il le faut. Et ils sont prêts sur tous les plans. Et que nous sachions que cette guerre, à un moment donné, pourra être déportée vers Yaoundé, vers celui qui a déclaré la guerre, pour qu'ils sentent ce que les populations du nord-ouest, sud-ouest, ce que les mamans, les grands-pères, les grands-mères ont ressenti lorsque son armée est allée les massacrer, les attaquer dans leur village. Nous avons aussi retenu un appel pour les militaires et les familles au Cameroun, leur dire n'envoyez plus vos enfants au bir parce qu'ils sont en train de mourir comme des mouches. Les forces armées ambazoniennes sont en train d'être entraînées sur le terrain par des commandos qui viennent des États-Unis, du Royaume-Uni, de l'Australie. Et vous avez vu que leur technique de guerre s'est améliorée, leurs armes de guerre se sont améliorées. On est parti du Ndomondomo, maintenant ce sont les armes automatiques. Donc ils en appellent aux familles camerounaises de ne plus envoyer leurs soldats, leurs enfants mourir comme de la chair à canon. Et c'est d'ailleurs ça qui les a fait sortir, parce qu'ils ont pitié. Les images qu'ils voient leur font pitié. Et nous avons aussi retenu au passage que les armes que les Ambazoniens ont ne sont pas seulement les armes qu'ils acquièrent comme ça. Il y a les soldats du BI qui fuient la guerre. Les soldats du BI qui arrivent et qui fuient la guerre et pour passer, traverser, aller au Nigeria et au Ghana, donnent leurs armes gratuitement aux Ambazoniens comme droit de passage pour traverser la frontière et s'enfuir. Telle est la situation sur le terrain en ce moment. Les soldats sont tellement affamés qu'ils volent les poulets, les petits élevages que les villageois ont. Ils volent la nourriture pour pouvoir survivre. Ils sont abandonnés à eux-mêmes. Alors ces combattants, nos frères de l'Ambazonie, du Southern Cameroun, sont sortis pour dire arrêtons le massacre parce que ça ne profite à personne. Et donc le message est passé. Nous allons répéter cet exercice plusieurs fois, autant que faire se peut. Nous avons compris les conseils et les reproches que nos frères ont envers nous, à savoir que nous avons été indifférents à leur douleur, à leur souffrance, et qu'il est temps pour nous de nous lever pour réclamer notre liberté, parce que nous avons un seul ennemi, qui est le régime satanique, tyrannique de M. Biya. Thank you very much, guys, for coming up on this program today. I thank Kingsley, who has worked his socks off to make this happen. I thank you so much, Dan Pasho and Jojo. You have been on point, and I can see that I'm talking to real fighters here, not jokers. I can see that this is your life, this is who you are, this is what you want, and you're willing to give everything to free Ambazonia. And I am so happy that for the first time ever, we have people from Ambazonia who come on the platform and talk to everyone. And this is what we want, because as you rightfully say, we have one common enemy, which is the satanic genocidal regime in Yaoundé. So if we join our hands and get rid of this, then every people should be free to choose their fate. And I certainly am for a complete and utter freedom of Ambazonia. And this is non-negotiable. This is non-disputable, for there has been so much bloodshed for it to be on the negotiation table again. Thank you so much, and I hope we do this another time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone who has been listening to this program. And stay tuned. We will do this again on the SCAF Facebook page once we have everything arranged. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Papa, you don't overwork. Today, time you don't come. First day you go rest. Papa. Papa, you don't overwork. Today, time you don't come. First day you go rest. Papa. Après le travail, c'est la retraite. Prends ta retraite. Go papi, tu es fatigué. 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 Papa, tu es fatigué. Pardon, va te reposer. 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 Papa wasita somebody na. Le bâtonnier a terré ta belle mouna. Pour le fédéralisme. Pourquoi le fédéralisme vous fait peur? Le Nigeria est un état fédéral. Le Canada aussi est un état fédéral. Pourquoi avez-vous peur du fédéralisme? Anglophone, them say they want a federal state like the Canada. Papa, oh, tu es fatigué. Oh. Papa, oh, tu es fatigué. Pardon, va te reposer. Grand-papi, tu es fatigué. Pardon, va te reposer. Grand-père, tu es fatigué. Wamene, no mama, c'est bon. Wasita, somebody night. Wasita, somebody now. Comme ça, on chauffe de l'eau, on chauffe du thé et on te masse le corps. On te fait du bon bouillon du poisson, papa. Repose-toi. Tu as beaucoup travaillé, papa. Nous allons prendre la relève. Le travail que tu as commencé, nous on va continuer. Le travail que tu as commencé, nous on va continuer. La route que tu as commencé, oh, nous on va continuer. Le pays que tu as commencé à développer, nous on va continuer. Les jeunes filles que tu venais d'épouser là-haut, nous on va l'ambiancer. La jolie madame que tu venais d'épouser là, oh mon frère, on va l'angoisser, oh. Les grandes ambitions que tu as commencé, nous allons continuer. Papa, prends ta retraite, oh. Prendre ta retraite n'est pas une fatalité. Toi-même tu l'avais dit. Francophone, 2 fois président, passant le pouvoir à un anglophone. Ne soyez pas égoïste, ne soyez pas avare. Oh papi, tu es fatigué, oh. Papa, tu es fatigué, pardon, va te reposer. 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 Oh, wasita, somebody now. Le bâtonnier a tiré ta belle mouna. Piqué from Bengoui, président. Loga, loga, de Foyaba.